basically is his podcast, so I can't even pretend.
We're just really reoccurring guests.
Yeah, that's what it winds up being. But we're reoccurring guests that we really enjoy.
Yeah, you gotta like it.
Like you.
True. This building.
This building is great.
That's what you care about.
Fuck the guys that are
this building.
Fuck the guys that are inside of it.
Those cars down there, sick.
All right, let's see.
Cool.
Let's put that there. Let's put this here. And we are good. Is he biting shit again? No, right?
Sure.
What's he doing? Stop biting things, bro. What are you doing, big head? All right, he's back under the table.
Yeah.
Nick, welcome back to the cast, baby.
Oh, I'm
to see you.
so excited.
Pumped to have you, man.
Pumped to be here.
When was the last one we did? I feel like that was like holiday season, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It was late fall holiday season. Who would know that the things to come would be
like 4 years ago.
It feels like this whole fucking year's a wash, man. This whole year, man, I could do without.
Yeah.
So far I could do without this year. We're in June, so I'm hoping that
halfway.
Yeah. I'm just praying that this shit ends quick.
Yeah.
It's like a slow execution right now.
I think what happened this year was everybody's saying 2020 is going to be my year, and just as a global scale, we fucking jinxed it.
Yeah, I remember saying multiple times, 2020, the vision is clear. I know I said it last time with Marco. It's just the vision's clear this year fucking blows. Yeah. And I can't wait to be in 2021.
It's clearing up. We know what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of hit us quick, too. We knew it was coming because we really heard about it in January, February, the virus. And then things just ramped up exponentially. I remember being at the Arnold and everyone was freaking out. Airport was dead on my way out there. Never had that before. I'm just looking around like, should I be a little concerned? Should I be wearing a mask at this point? CDC really hasn't said anything. Should I be wearing a mask? And I just looking around and everyone just keeping to themselves. And even on the plane, I didn't have anybody sitting next to me going to the Arnold, which is unheard of. The planes are packed out usually. And when I got there and we did the filming and it was dead everywhere and people really weren't hanging out with each other. They were, but they weren't. And then driving back after getting him, every truck stop that we stopped at, dead. Nobody. Quiet. Weird. It was just very strange. So, and then I feel like everything got shut down. I mean, what was the first that you kind of...
March 16th was that day. I believe that was the exact date that it was.
Yeah,
not that I marked on calendar.
That'll be branded in our brains forever now.
But from the restaurant standpoint, I started to see it probably the week before. Everyone kind of had the idea that something was going on, but no one knew what was going to happen. And I don't know. As we went through this whole thing, I guess people looked back and they said it was here way longer than they said.
What'd they say? August, September?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, everybody. Then they start making fun of people that go, "Oh, I think I had it back then." They're like, "Ah, no, you didn't." Yeah. Maybe they fucking did.
They probably did.
What do you know? How do you know that they didn't have that?
I know people. I knew people sick for 2 weeks in October. You know why? The flu. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Never before.
Now you know.
So So once we got to that point where it was early March, we kind of got the idea that something was going to happen, and then within like 3 or 4 days before we had to shut down, it was like amped up. Like we're like, oh shit, we got to shut down.
Yeah,
like, this is going to happen. And we were trying to put a plan together and figure it out, and we just shut down.
and that was it.
That was it. It was kind of like, yeah, here it is.
What was it like getting that mental note, putting it together? So for those that haven't heard your first podcast, you are the proprietor. That's a fancy ass way of saying owner and like boss man of Roslyn Social, the Soch.
The Soch.
Fucking
love it on these airwaves.
in these streets. One of my favorite places, even before we became friends. Sick environment, cool place to hang out, have a drink. Everyone's super chill. The bartenders, just everybody there. You can't beat the atmosphere. So
and dope ass food.
You
can't forget about that.
Which we revamped the menu.
And
I want to hear about that afterwards.
We'll talk about that a little later.
We'll talk about that.
That was a big move, but yeah, that was.
I think I've heard Justin Bieber yummy 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 more than I've ever heard it before on this.
That
story.
necessarily wasn't my choice of song, but it makes sense. So.
But so being hospitality got hit hard.
Yes.
I mean, everybody got hit hard.
Yes.
Once they shut the gyms down, I say it constantly, once they shut the gyms down, I knew I was fucked. I was like, listen, I'm doing a lot of other stuff like real estate, and I'm doing a little bit of, I'm just getting into food photography and getting my beak wet there. But it's like, once they shut the gyms down, that was like my 50% income. I was like, oh, that's it, man. I can't shoot anywhere. And then they started shutting parks down. Can't get deadbolting parks. What are we doing? Like, we're in the outdoors. I get that if I go and touch something and then 20 minutes later somebody else touches it, there's a chance. But I mean, that's a chance right there. That is risk.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that you guys will go play Vegas after that, but they shut down Vegas too. So
Well, yeah. So couldn't play there either.
you can't go there.
Play
either.
online.
Yeah, there you go.
So that was close.
Better off just telling people not to touch anything and let the parks be open.
Yeah, for real.
Don't touch something.
It was insane. I went to not to get too off track. I went to shit. Oh, it was one of the parks on the South Shore near Lindenhurst, and dude, locked up everything. Couldn't get in. Wouldn't let anybody in. They're like, no dogs either. And normally they're cool with dogs there. I was like, this is fucking new. Everyone's losing their goddamn minds.
This sucks.
Yeah,
this sucks. Where am I supposed to go? That was the hard part.
That's the thing. Where were people going?
That's the really hard part for me with the dog and business and just everything going on. Being able to come to my office is great, but there needs to be somewhere to go in the interim to kind of take your mind off things. I mean, normally it would be the gym. Gym closed. Can't go work out anywhere. Maybe it would be a park. Most parks closed. Maybe it would be the Soch. Soch closed.
Soch closed.
So it's just they expect everybody to stay inside. And we did for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone really did listen to the rules. But I feel like everyone just got sick of it. And if you're not going to give us any options, then it's like, well, fuck it. It is what it is kind of scenario. But tell me kind of what went through you guys' mind. Obviously, you're linked up with a couple of other restaurants, and everyone kind of probably banded together and had to create some type of plan to figure some shit out.
Yeah, I mean, for us, obviously the Soch was we were super heavy on the bar. We had a great nightlife, and that was something that we always relied on, to say, all right, well, it's 10 o'clock. These other places are closing down, and we're just getting ramped up again for round 2 or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So we knew that we were most likely going to close for a little while because that was definitely not going to be the case. Nightlife was not coming back for a little while. People were not going to be close next to each other at the bar, grabbing drinks and hanging out and having a good time. So we made that decision to close for, what was it? I think it was almost 2 months.
Yeah.
And we completely closed down. Our other places, our other sister restaurants, they stayed open. They're more family style Italian, so
bring out trays of
places
food
like that. Doing takeout and delivery and catering were rocking. Because that's food that you can put out in large quantities for families, and you don't have to go anywhere. They're gonna bring it to you. So it was a little bit easier for them. For us, we had to close down because what we were doing with the food at the time wasn't necessarily, for the family.
Yeah.
It was to go out to the bar, hang out, have a good time, have a burger, have some wings. Are you going to really get that on a Saturday night dinner? Probably not.
Yeah.
Delivered to your house. So all those things went into the decision of staying closed. And, as we moved through this, not to go too forward, but as we moved through that time, we revamped and sat down and said, what are we going to make this place now that it's going to be a little bit different? And, when we come back, we're going to be stronger, just as strong, with a little kind of different identity in the beginning until things go back to normal.
Yeah.
So that was like the plan that we set forth. And we said once these certain things happen, step by step by step, then we'll move forward. But, they finally happened.
Yeah.
So finally, I mean, again, we opened on Wednesday for outside dining. Thank God it's been super busy.
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys have been rocking.
Super busy.
Which is great.
Mm-hmm. And lunch and dinner, straight through. So, for us...
And you guys were killing it with the slushies.
We were crushing with the slushies.
Probably still. I mean, that's probably not going to go away now.
It's not going away.
Yeah.
So the slushy thing, again, not to get too far ahead, but we reopened around May 1st, around that time, and we said, okay, nobody can come inside. What can we do to continue this bar-type atmosphere that we always had? And how do we, continue what the trend is right now? And the trend was really slushies because there was, I think, one other place that was doing it, and they were crushing it. And we just bought some machines, advertised it, made some flavors, and did a walk-up bar to go, and that was it.
That's
it just
awesome.
took off. Mm-hmm. So we were doing really well for a month, surviving on slushies. It was good. So it is what it is.
That's
But,
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
it's cool.
I haven't gotten to try one yet.
No, they're good.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Part of me was hoping you were bringing something here.
Yeah, I was hoping there was going to be a platter of ribs and slushies.
Yeah, I was going with stuff you could take with you. You know?
All right.
No, I love my Soch hat.
Yeah.
That's it, baby. I got to represent. It's just crazy how it. Well, first off, open container laws kind of just went by the wayside.
I mean,
That's crazy.
But the thing is, like, is there a difference? No, everyone's fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like people are driving into things. You know, they're not running around and
Yeah, I mean,
Probably less because nobody's drinking and driving. They're not going to the bars, getting hammered, and going home.
got to drink and go. That's it.
it was wild. I went out this past Saturday in Huntington. It was wild to see how busy it was and how no one gave a fuck. No masks, slammed in together. It made in my opinion, it made no difference if you were 30 feet away from the restaurant and there was no ceiling over your head.
Yeah.
It's the same shit. So to sit there and start pointing fingers and saying, "Oh, you can't have people in your restaurant." Okay, we'll have them outside. You can have that, but then everyone's just crammed together outside.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's a big difference.
The first day that we opened up, we had a huge line outside of people, slushies and drinks, and they said something that the town, whatever, they gave us a little to do, but we kind of fixed that, and from that point, it was almost like I was more aware of other places and people being out, and seeing how close they were, and just seeing what the vibe was of people, and at the end of the day, honestly, people really the majority of people that came to us at least. They don't care.
They don't.
They
don't
really
give a
don't.
fuck.
Everybody's just
They don't
pissed
care.
off.
They're more. They
That's
just
about
want to
it.
go out and hang out and just that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, we said it last week with Marco. We said how crazy it is that someone's gonna have 100 people protesting, which is cool. Do your thing. Like you want to bring awareness to a subject, by all means.
By all means.
But on a government standpoint and a federal standpoint, you want to have 100 people protesting. You're cool with that, but you can't have 30 people in a bar.
At a bar.
Wild to me. That I don't get.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either
I don't
because
get
it's just.
I actually need a government explanation, a real one.
We gotta get somebody on.
I need somebody to explain that to me.
We gotta find like a government
Like
official.
you could have 150
Yeah.
people to protest, which is okay, but you can't have 11 people in your yard.
Or you can't have a gym open, like Marco
I
said.
mean-
Or how about a family funeral?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that-
was
yeah.
tough, man. My buddy
Yeah.
lost his mom a couple weeks ago. She was battling brain tumors for the last year or so, and they only gave her, I believe, 6 months originally, and she lasted well over a year. So, it was good in that case, but really difficult because she was like a second mom to me. And he said, we're doing like a little thing at the house. They won't let us have more than a certain amount of people there right this second. He's like, I plan when things get back to normal to have a real party, like remembrance for my mom.
Yeah.
Just something like that. But that's lockdown. We can't celebrate someone's life because they just lost it. But you could be running around torching shit.
Yeah.
And then they did a big thousands of people at the George Floyd funeral because it was a great photo op for them.
Yeah, that drove me
And
crazy.
suddenly that's okay, but your grandmother or yours, that's not.
Man, that drove me crazy.
Just
What's the difference? They had
Because
a photo op.
it comes down. You look at business owners. You look this triangle right here. You look at
Yeah.
small business owners, and realistically, in the grand scheme of things, no one gives a fuck about us. They don't care.
Don't
They
care.
act like they care about small businesses.
They
The
don't
SBA is there to just fund money for a lot of businesses that aren't going to be able to pay them back, and they're hoping and banking on that. And in theory, the American dream, in my opinion, is dead. The American dream of building your own company, building your own brand, building your own identity, and standing out and building something with your own hands from scratch isn't what it used to be. They screw you on health insurance. They screw you with when it comes down to getting employees and how you have to staff it the right way and how you have to report everything and this and that. They screw you when there's a fucking crisis. They don't give you any relief. Who got the first money? Who got the first rounds of money? Shake Shack, L.A., the Lakers. The Lakers really needed
Lakers.
that much fucking money,
But it's okay because they can stay open and they're making it all back anyway.
dude. Like what a Laker? What's an average ticket price for a Laker game?
up there.
Yeah, $300-400 probably, and they need the money first. Really?
Well, their mansions are really expensive.
Yeah, you're right. Those helicopters aren't going to fuel themselves.
They're
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, they are very nice. Maybe one day for us.
If we get a loan.
Yeah. But it's just crazy when you look at it from the outside in and you see how small businesses are treated and how the double standard effect, like with these gatherings. No. You as a bar and a restaurant owner, you can't have a certain amount of people in there. I stand behind everybody getting together and speaking out. Granted, different issues, different topics. And, one is trying to open a business, one is trying to make a point for something. But realistically, you have a congregation of people going together. What are we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone saw what happened with the economy and all that. So I mean, why would you do this to a business owner who, again, like you're saying, blood, sweat, tears, did everything that they can to open up this business
And the right way.
the right way, and for you to tell them that they can't do this, it feels wrong.
Oh, it doesn't
Yeah.
sit
It
right.
is wrong.
It doesn't sit right. Oh.
It just doesn't sit right. Again, I still need the explanation, so I need someone to.
Even
come
my
on and tell
place,
me.
it's not a big gym. It's a small private training facility. Clients and the trainers, and that's it.
Mhm.
So maybe 10 people in there at the busiest ever. Nothing is happening there. Assuming everything's sanitized, everything's good, which obviously we would do anyway. But you're just making people's immune system stronger, but suddenly that can't open up. Why? Because they don't want to hear about a gray area. If you're legally a gym, you're done. Nothing.
Listen, man, guys like us that go to the gym regularly, for the most part, eat right. I mean, right now, the last couple months, I have definitely not been eating right.
This is
So
different.
I know,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, I feel like you feel that the quarantine
It's
15.
like an unwanted vacation.
Oh, it's horrible. I hate it, dude.
I didn't
Oh,
plan this vacation.
I didn't either. That's why I just spent all the money on the rack. That's it, dude. But it's just, oh man, it's so difficult to
Yeah.
watch this from the outside in and just watch the politicians point fingers, say you can do this, you can't do that. You're not essential. You're essential. So what the fuck does that
Who are
even
you?
mean?
Exactly.
What does that
Yeah.
even mean? And the crazy thing for me is, like we say all the time, we try not to get political. However, I have a feeling that most people feel like this. Cuomo's been getting haircuts. All right, my man's been hitting the gym, and by my man, I don't mean my friend. I don't mean my friend. I do not like him at all, or his dickhead brother. But you're getting haircuts. Yeah, you guys, you're social distancing. Your barber hitting everything the whole time quarantine. He's using an extension arm.
Extension arm.
Yeah, buzzing you up
Yeah.
like that. Get the fuck out of here. No, he's coming over. You getting a cut. You wearing a mask? More than likely, no. There was this huge story. Actually, it wasn't huge because they tried to suppress it. There was a story of Chris Cuomo out in the Hamptons. Did you hear this? Yeah, you did. Yeah,
course.
great.
This I didn't hear.
Okay,
I didn't
Chris
hear it.
Cuomo's out in the Hamptons, and this guy's riding his bike, and he comes by and he sees like all these trucks at this house that's being built, and the guy lived out there his whole life, and he's looking at the trucks, and he's like, wow, the house, this and that, and he goes, holy shit, that's Chris Cuomo, and Chris Cuomo had corona while this guy is like there, and he starts coming near him, and he goes, don't you have corona? Like, don't you have COVID? And he starts flipping out and cursing at him. Don't tell me you know what the fuck about my business, this and that, talking shit about the guy. He's like, you don't even have a mask on. Nobody in your family is wearing masks right now. You're going to sit there and point a finger at everybody else and say, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then you're just out in the Hamptons. Oh, my new house is getting built.
Yeah.
Just like dickhead shit, man. It's just like sitting on a castle throne looking down on the peasants and just watching and laughing.
He's probably out there renting with 6ix9ine.
I know where that house is too.
Imagine. No. You delivered slushies to him?
The
Got
hell
a
of a
couple
commute.
of slushies, a few quarts.
I thought I saw one of the girls in this video with the Roslyn Social hat.
Maybe though.
Yeah, right?
That's more realistic than the slushy delivery.
By the time you get it there, yeah, so it's fruit punch now.
Yeah.
Watered.
But yeah, I mean, God, it's just
The whole thing sucked.
yeah, I don't want to go on
It
a
still does
Yeah.
suck.
I don't really. It still
actually.
does suck
So,
because now the new thing is Cuomo threatened
He's gonna
Hamptons
yeah.
and the city,
And the
and I'm
city.
sure it's going to be Nassau too.
Yeah.
That he's going to reshut
Yeah.
everything down again.
Yeah.
It's like for what? What is this going to do? And the point that I just thought of the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is guys like us. You're at the boxing gym. You're at regular gyms. You're at Powerhouse. You're at your gym. I'm at Powerhouse. I'm around every other fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we've been in contact with COVID before. What?
Ooh, it was Nick's fault today.
That was
There
me
it
that
is.
time. And it was mom. Oh, God.
Mama Dukes.
But I'm pretty sure we've all been in contact with COVID before at some point, or
Absolutely.
or a
Probably.
virus or something
For sure.
that is way worse.
For sure.
I mean, once again, simple immune system tactics. I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast with Bill Burr, and they were talking about. He was mentioning how everyone just says, "Stay away from people, stay away from everybody, go to the grocery store, do your thing," but nobody talks about building your immune system. Vitamin D, drink water, get a lot of sleep, exercise. Oh wait, we can't exercise unless you're at your house.
Yeah.
I don't. They just when you look at, I feel like I'm crazy. I really do. Sometimes I look at everything that goes on and I feel like I'm crazy because I feel like I know the answers that these guys should be talking about and they're not. And I don't know if it's
Well,
because
I
it's
don't-
lack of knowledge or just because they don't want
I
to.
just think they want to.
Yeah, they're just not going to say
They're
it.
not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you gotta be a little stunad to not know.
Oh, my paisan.
Seriously,
Hey.
think about that. I mean, come on, you gotta know what's good for you. I mean, it's common sense, isn't it?
I would think so.
You'd hope, but people
Is it
also
not?
wear.
I don't know.
Then again, people were burning down buildings.
Well,
They're burning their buildings and wearing gloves and masks in their own car.
well,
yeah. Yeah.
that was for fun, I'm sure. So
I saw a post. It was saying it was a guy coming over like to a girl's house for sex. It's like, you have a condom? She's like, no, it's okay. I have a mask on.
Oh, good.
it's okay.
Good. Thank God.
We're protected.
Definitely safe.
That's what they said. There was news articles that said that. Wear a mask when you have sex.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. Appreciate the advice.
Appreciate it.
but
Thank you so much.
And now I don't know if I said this on the podcast with Marco, but my biggest thing when I worked at Apple, they would say, if you don't know an answer, say, hey, I don't know this answer. Let's find out together. I wish the government took the Apple training to go work retail because the amount of misinformation. Put a mask on. Don't put a mask on. Wait, it stays on the surfaces for 30 hours or whatever. No, actually it doesn't. Asymptomatic people are the worst people to be around. Actually, it doesn't really spread that way. I wish they would just say, as a whole, hey, listen, we don't have any idea what's going on here. We're trying to figure it out. As things come along, we'll make recommendations, and based on those recommendations, that's how you should try to keep yourself healthy. And if and as new things come to light, we'll let you know. But it's just, why lie? I mean, I know politicians lie,
I get
but
it.
Yeah.
I get why you want to lie,
Yeah.
but why?
Why?
It just makes people crazy. I had a woman pass me on the street in my development. Her and her daughter were like walking across. They were 30 feet away. They're walking past me, and as they're walking past me, they mask up. I'm like, you're fucking 30 feet away. What are you doing? You really think that's what's gonna? Like, you really think that's what's gonna do right now? Come on, what are we doing? And then people, and real quick, I want you to go. But real quick before I forget, then people I read online were saying, well, I wear the mask in the car because if I get the downdraft
I was partly going there, but
from the car in front of me and they're sick, then I'm going to get sick. Whoa.
yeah.
You got a lot more demons to battle through
yeah.
if you think that that's the worst thing that's going to happen.
Since this thing happened, the gym's closed, no one could go out, whatever. I became some sort of a runner type, right? So I used to go out and just run.
And you lift ladders at the Soch.
And I lift ladders and chairs at the Soch.
He's laying down good. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he's
I'm just want to see. He was under my desk with all the
thing,
wires.
The thing that I never really got was like I'd be running by and I would see like a group of two people, one person, and I'd run past them or get close to them, and they would shoot across the street, right?
Like you're a pit bull.
I'm like, and in my head I'm thinking, I'm out here running, like I'm the last person you got to worry about. Right?
Yeah.
like I'm okay
I'm
right now.
going to be gone 3 seconds,
I'm
too.
okay, If I can make this run, I can breathe. I'm good, But yeah, people are it's very awkward. Like in the restaurant, you in the restaurant business, you want to be personable as possible, right? Hospitality.
Which you always were, even before we were friends.
Yeah, but now it's like, how do I approach this person? Like, are they freaked out? I mean, I'm on the mindset there. If you're coming out to eat, most likely you're comfortable in some aspect, because if you weren't, then you wouldn't come out to eat.
Yeah.
There's really no point. But even now at the tables, like I'll go to approach someone and say hi, and I'm wearing a mask. And
Can't smile
am I
at them.
smiling? I don't even know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Taking pictures. Am I smiling? I don't know. My eyes are squinting. That's it.
Have his tongue sticking out everywhere.
So I don't know. And it's a very awkward feeling. So I mean, hopefully one day when this is all over and we can go get back to normal, that feeling will go away. But right now, it's just an awkward time. It's an awkward time being in hospitality because you want to cater to people, you want to take care of them, you want them to be happy, but you don't know if they're comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you could take all the steps, and we're doing that to make everything a safe, clean space to eat and enjoy what you can. But at the end of the day, is that person still comfortable? I don't know. I mean, it's the individual, and that's the thing too. Is shutting down all these businesses and restaurants. If you don't want to come out, don't come out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't come out.
That's what I told my aunt.
Like,
My aunt.
It is what it is. Don't come out.
My aunt is super paranoid about this. Constantly, like for a little while, she was shaming me and my buddies for just being around each other, this and that. And I argued with her a couple weekends ago at her house because she had us over for a barbecue. Everyone was staying 6 feet away from each other. My grandmother, I understand. I don't want my grandma near me just in case.
True.
But like, everybody else, it's just like, what are we doing? So she starts arguing, telling me that I'm selfish because I'm wearing a mask. That I'm not wearing a mask. She said, you're selfish because you're going outside not wearing a mask. I'm sorry. If you're that nervous, stay home. It's not that big a deal. I said, go to the grocery store, go home. She goes, I do. Okay, there you go. And when I go in the grocery store, I wear a mask because I don't feel like being told, put a mask on.
Put a mask on.
Because I don't want to argue with
Although
anybody.
if you get free masks out of that. Yeah, get me a mask. I'll put it on. No problem.
They did that. They did that at Tractor Supply. I went. Can you guys bring out the stuff? They said, well, you have to finish your order inside. I said, I don't think I have a mask. She's like, well, we'll give them to you. She gave us me and my buddy Tyler. She gave us a stack of like 10.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sell them.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That actually reminds me. I just leave my mask in my car because I just throw it on, go, and let the fuck out and rip it off. So I walked into Staples today. I was picking up brochures, and I forgot my mask. I didn't realize it wasn't in my car. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I was walking in without a mask on, and I'm looking around like I'm going to fucking rob the place. I'm going around like, are you looking? Is anybody looking at me? No.
You got to do the bullshit over the nose like,
I was waiting to see if nobody said a thing. Nobody gave a shit. But I'm looking around like, okay, you're not looking at me. You're not looking at me. You didn't say anything. We're good.
You got to worry about the ones without the masks now.
Yeah.
If you don't have a mask, you're robbing the place.
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's showing his face. God damn it. He's not one of us.
This guy's doing something bad. He's breaking the law, this guy.
I had 7-Eleven employees freak out on me when I left the dog in the car. I left the windows down, so I wanted to run in quick. It was nighttime. I was like, let me run in quick, get out. I walk in, totally forgot. Didn't even think about it. Walk in, sir, you need a mask. Put it on right now or you need to get out. I'm like, whoa. I said, can I do this? No, you need a real mask. All right, buddy, relax. We're going to be okay. That 20 feet of plexiglass between you and I,
yeah,
we're going to be okay, I promise.
Fucking take it easy, Karen.
I've been doing t-shirts. Just t-shirts over the head. An extra t-shirt.
Yeah?
Yeah, insteat of this move,
You look like you've been trekking through the desert for days.
That's it. Easy.
That goes with
You
your...
can get away with anything right now.
Anything.
I had a solid beard at one point. I grew
You did.
that out.
You did.
So that was fun.
What happened?
Never did that before. Work started.
Not for me.
It actually wasn't bad though.
You'll come around.
I mean,
You'll come around.
I'm not a beard guy, but you are, I guess. But it just it wasn't my thing.
Right now, I need everything in my favor currently because the face has gotten a little rounder. So the issue that I have is I get the little frizzies on the side, which make my face look wider than it actually is. And then when the beard starts getting like this,
Right now,
it looks even more wide. So we're just like, we're not helping Nick out right now. I need to be streamlined
Help
like a
Nick.
jet.
Let's help Nick.
Yes, please, like a seal. I need to be smooth right here. So I gotta get I already told you I gotta get a haircut. I gotta get right again. I got one quarantine haircut. That's all I got. I had one quarantine haircut. It was bootleg as shit. We were like looking around. It was on my barber's back porch.
You were Cuomo's guy?
Yeah, imagine.
He's a
You
professional.
hit up his guy?
Cuomo's in line behind me. What the fuck are you doing here? Don't you have a meeting to be at? Just shaming him.
Your 11 o'clock meeting on
TV? Yeah, I gotta listen to you in the
listen to you
background of
now?
every fucking TV.
Oh man, everybody was tuning to the TV.
I think we have to keep persistent. Stop fucking reprimanding me like you're my stepdad.
Everybody watched the television all day. There was nothing. You could just brainwash.
My boy Armand down the hall. My boy Armand. If Armand can hear me, fuck you. If my boy Armand down the hall, literally constantly running news on there. I said, dude, you are just poisoning your brain. It is the worst shit to be watching right now. I'm watching Garage Gym reviews. That's what I like. Garage Gym reviews.
That's nice.
Yeah, on YouTube channel. He's great. Talks about all the bars, everything that you need, all the accessories. Love it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Little plug right there. Great. As I set my home gym up because evidently, did you see my post last night with California gyms? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be doing that at the pump house? Little
The,
Little isolation
cubes.
chambers.
yeah. Oh, I didn't know Bryant Park opened up early this year.
nice winter time. Yeah. But
They really think that's gonna fly? I don't know.
You know what's worse is you're going to have somebody come out of that thing. The next person to go into it, even if they half-ass clean it,
That's what I'm saying.
it's going to be full of germs.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
about
going to
you.
be filthy.
I don't know about you guys. When I work out extremely hard, like I'm doing hard cardio with like weights. So I guess you could classify as like Olympic lifting, but I don't really do Olympic lifts. Like if I'm doing a heavy kettlebell workout, but I'm supersetting it with jump ropes for 30 seconds, and I'm just so exhausted, I need a lot of oxygen because I feel like I'm going to pass out. Working out in a cube is not going to give me a lot of oxygen.
No.
It's going to give me a lot of carbon dioxide, which I don't really want to breathe in.
I heard researchers talking about that. They were saying that you need oxygen to live, and you shouldn't be breathing your own carbon dioxide.
Shocker.
You
Mask
ever hear about that?
Shocker.
Mask people.
Apparently, if you put a plastic bag over your head, it doesn't go so well either.
So you know the setup of the
Who
restaurant.
the fuck
right?
knew?
The setup of the restaurant. I have the kitchen downstairs, basically. It's
Yeah.
in the basement, and I have the main floor, and then I have the second floor and the rooftop. Right. So wearing a mask, going up and down those stairs, I'm gonna pass out at the top.
You get
It's
claustrophobic.
insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm like, I have no oxygen, can't breathe. I'm ripping them off, cursing. It's fucking mad.
The Italian rage is coming out.
Like, who's coming out right now? Make me run around in a mask. But yeah, I mean, that's the normal that's gonna end. I mean, I can't deal with it anymore.
How many times did you make fun of? Because I have over the years. How many times did you make fun of like the Asians that you saw wearing the masks? Just randomly over the years, just randomly,
now,
like
yeah.
you see it and you just be like, "What? What is that?
What are they doing?
Yeah, what
They
are you
know
doing that you,
something, don't
that
they?
you
All
need this
right.
mask?" I always used to be like, "What are you wearing that mask for, bro?"
all right.
You know, that's a great. I know in their culture, if you're sick, they put
Yeah.
a mask on before they go out. They give a shit.
Yeah,
We're the ones that don't give a fuck. We'll have the flu. We'll walk up to a cashier, sneeze on them, and then fucking leave.
since COVID was announced, John's been licking every doorknob he's gone into a building.
I'm boosting my immune system.
Getting
You're
those
welcome.
germs up.
Dude, we kept going to the dog park. I was like, I in the beginning, I'd be like this. I'd be like hitting the latch. They open the dog thing. John's like, "Get the fuck out of the way." He's like ripping it open, licking his palms. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, how's my beard look? I start massaging my beard.
It's like, is this how you get the virus deep in in
What
there?
the fuck's in my teeth?
I heard beards were catching the keeping it in there.
Oh, who knows? Then they'll say it's a natural filter and it's getting rid of it.
That's
Give
why
it
he's
two-
got. That's
give
why
it
he's,
2 more weeks.
That's why he's got his own mic. That's why we don't share a mic.
Perfect.
That's the only reason.
I get it. All right. Now the second time around, things make sense.
It makes sense, right?
I get it. Now.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, there's actually invisible glass between us.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's just it'll. The way that I see it too, like I talk to everybody that comes in to eat. Again, they're ready to be over with it. It's one of those things where it's just a pain in the ass for everybody. Pain in the ass.
It just sucks. There's no way
Yeah.
around it.
I mean, I'm done with it. So,
I think you've been done with it since it announced.
Yeah.
Like I have.
like, it was one of those things where they said, what was it, 2 weeks originally? We weren't allowed to be open.
And
Yeah.
I knew. I was like, nah, this is gonna be till June.
know.
Yeah, no, everyone knew, but it was kind of like one of those things where they didn't let you know what the second date was, and they were gonna, push it back eventually. And it was like, all right, I'm off for like 4 days. Like I could deal with that.
Yeah.
We're closed for 4 days, 5 days.
And you've been working around the clock, so
Yeah. So it's kind of like one
It's
of those
like, oh,
things.
shit.
Like, all right, I can figure out what
Right on.
do I do now. by the
he
way?
took his shoes off. They were sizzling.
Oh, I get to sleep a little bit.
Oh, my
I don't know what
God.
that feels like. I sat down in a chair. It was comfortable. It was really comfortable. I had a home cooked meal. It was nice.
He's like he's reading a book at home, and all of a sudden, like a bell goes off. He's like, "All right, 86 that order."
Take the salmon out. But as things went on, and you saw that it was going to be a lot longer officially, then it kicked in. It was like, fuck, this is
Oh, it
shit.
sucks.
This
Fuck
is
this shit.
shit. This is shit. Is it going to come back? I mean, we didn't know. Like, I think it was about probably 3 weeks in. We were sitting there like, are we ever gonna? Is anyone gonna open again? Like, we'll open again, but is it gonna be until like the end of December? Like, is it gonna be December? Is it gonna be 2021? Is it gonna be like
Here's
next summer?
Here's what's gonna happen. I'm calling it right here. Okay.
Say it. Well, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you
Say
know
it.
what I'm
I
gonna
know
say.
what
Here's
you're
what's gonna happen. They're slowly opening things up. They're gonna blame a lot of respikes on opening things up. When it comes down to September, October, they're gonna reshut everything down, and they're gonna do mail-in ballots for the election.
I
Yep.
knew
Yeah.
you were
I'm
going
not.
there.
I'm not for or against anybody. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't like anybody, to be quite honest with you. But all signs are pointing to this is an easy way to ensure specific candidates
Something.
don't get in or get in.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I have a. That's why. I mean, it was a tough pill to swallow. I mean, I spent $1,800 on the rack, and I spent about $900 on the plates. The plates come tomorrow from Rogue. So the rack's going to take 14 to 30 days to be built. I'm excited, but it's a hard pill to swallow when I don't have a lot of business coming in right now, and,
Yeah.
and things are very
Yeah.
sporadic.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
But at the same time, I won't ever be caught off guard again. I'll be able to train whenever I want, go downstairs, get a lift in, whatnot. And then I want to talk to John and ask, I don't know if you've heard about any regulations yet.
Jim Wise, not really.
Yeah, I mean, listen, do you
There's
really
places-
think Steve's going to require people to wear masks at Bev's?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think he'll do that instead of not opening to begin with.
Oh God.
If it's
Yeah, I won't.
if it's government regulation, Steve will have everybody wear a mask.
I won't go.
Look, Bev's is a hardcore gym, but everybody forgets it's still a business.
Of course.
So if it's a matter of keeping his doors open or getting a $10,000 fine, he'll keep his doors open, do what he's supposed to do, and it's gonna fucking suck, but it's what he'll do, And
Dude, I can't breathe in there to begin with during the summer.
Yeah.
I know you can't
Yeah,
because
not
you
a
already
chance.
have breathing issues.
yeah,
It's hot as hell in there, and during the summer, and you just when you're pushing a lot of weight, you just start gasping, and you can't even catch your breath sometimes. The pre-workout makes me feel like I'm having a heart attack. I can't catch my breath from a heavy set, and it's hot. Now I'm going to be wearing a mask. I'm dead. I'm deuced. That's it.
See, I'm sure Bev's because I know.
Get me a headstone now because we'll save on it.
I was hearing stuff about with the gyms when they open up, it would have to be like half capacity, and you have to make appointments. So, like, say the first half of the membership is allowed to come in weeks 1 and 3.
Oh God.
And then the other half is allowed to come in 2 and 4. So, like, alternates. You don't go every week in a row because it's not fair. I feel like Bev's will do that for everybody except for their pros. The special people of Bev's.
I'm a special person though. I film these people. I should be able to go in.
That's true.
Yeah.
They'd
I
let you in.
I
They'd
bought
let
a
you in.
camera. I got a Japanese dog.
Oh, that is
Is he sleeping?
chilling.
Yeah, he's hanging out.
Chilling.
It's the homie. Yeah, I don't. That was my biggest thought.
Yeah.
And like I said, tough pill to swallow to buy my own equipment when I have Bev's and exit away.
Mm-hmm.
Great gym, amazing gym, best gym I've ever been to. That and Montanari Bros up in Connecticut, 2 favorite gyms in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to be caught off guard. I just won't go. If I have to wear a mask, I'll go to film. I'll do my thing like that. But if I have to go train, could you imagine boxing at Nicky's gym with a mask on?
No.
You could probably barely.
You can't even box without a mask on.
We
Yeah.
did we did his class. I couldn't even fucking breathe. He's
Yeah.
like step to the right, slide. I'm like, can I have 5 seconds, please? God
No.
damn.
The floor, it's an ocean on the ground. I'm sweating everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. I'm cleaning up though. I gotta clean it up. You gotta clean it up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to.
Gym etiquette.
Yeah, of course. So I don't really
Get
know
a
what
mop.
to. I don't know what to expect. And I have a lot of like Nick Karolakis. I've been talking to him too.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna wind up buying a Rogue rack. My Kaz, who was
Yes.
on the cast with us, he can train at the corrections office. Whatever the precinct. He can train over there, but he built a full home gym in his garage. I feel like we said last time. I feel like it's going that way. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people are going to be doing home gyms now.
So do I. I mean, listen, it's become
For specialized gyms like Nick's or Bev's, it's different.
It's different. Yeah, but it's now it becomes a life. What's the lifestyle you're gonna live, right? So that's like kind of like the thing. I mean, the good thing about not having anything to do for 2-3 months is that you can kind of sit back and reevaluate things. I think a lot of people through this time said, oh, there are certain things in life that I'm not saying against gyms, but there are certain things in life that I don't need. Like, I can do stuff myself a little bit and, I'll be okay,
Yeah.
value some family time more. People now I know people that worked nonstop around the clock and they're like, fuck, like I want to spend time with my kids.
Yeah.
I enjoy spending time with my family. I enjoy spending time with my kids. That's like something that has changed in a lot of people,
Especially in the restaurant industry, you guys are around the clock.
around the
Yeah.
clock. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a family or kids, but like, it is what it is.
But I'm sure you know
I
guys.
have
Yeah,
a
you know
family,
guys that
not
are like
kids,
that.
yeah. So, there are a lot of people that have said that to me and, it makes you think, well, it's good and bad, I guess. It sucks
Yeah.
that you're out of work, but I guess it's good that it kind of brings everyone back in and it's like, all right, well, let's focus on what the real things that do make you happy are. Like I think I went 3 days this whole quarantine thing without working out in some fashion for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours a day.
Mhm.
But that's the lifestyle that I chose to live. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, can't go to work, so I got to figure out
Yeah,
some
what are
other
we
way
gonna
to
do today?
occupy my time.
Mhm.
And that's a thing that a lot of people like picked up.
Oh, it's good.
I live in Garden City,
Mhm.
running around and just going outside because the I guess can I say this? The park there is open, right? So I
Shut
would
down
go out
tomorrow
there.
now, imagine.
Shut down tomorrow. Actually, they did shut it down like 2 weeks ago, but I just figured out how to get into the fence.
There's a board over the fence now.
There's a sign and a caution tape, and I'm like, and the fence is this high, so I'm like, I'm just gonna step over
Nick's
that
like,
one.
fuck your,
Yeah,
fuck your
right.
tape.
So
think I can figure this one out.
I did get into one with the security guard 2 days ago. He said you have to get off the field. I said get back in your car and go. I said I'm gonna get off the field when I'm done. Go back in your car and leave. And
Yeah.
he was like, okay. I was like, all right.
Have a good day.
I was like, see ya.
He's driving
yeah.
away. He's like, is that guy from the Social?
But there, yeah, I made sure I was wearing someone else's shirt. But I've seen a lot of people out.
Everywhere.
running. I'm just talking about like living like a a lifestyle where they're working out and running and doing
Yeah,
the things that they
outdoors.
can do. I've seen so many people outside doing that, more so than I saw last summer when it was nice out. Just people are ready to move and do some things. So
Well, that's the funniest thing is when all this started, it took the government telling everybody just stay inside, don't do anything, to get everybody to go outside and actually fucking move.
yeah.
You
So
know?
I mean, it's
That's all
probably
it
going to
took.
benefit gyms because people are getting active. No,
No, you know what? I think this is going to change the entire fitness industry.
okay, well.
So
What the hell do I know?
Nick's like, well, fuck me.
What happens in the restaurant
So-
business?
So you hear me out with this. There's so many big gyms nowadays that most of them, unless they're making money on PT, they're just scraping by ends meet because they're so big, the utilities and the rent is ludicrous.
Mhm.
So
That
a lot
I
of these places are gonna.
It's gonna go unannounced with who it is, but I know somebody whose gym is, I think it's like upwards of almost $30,000 a month in rent.
And that's normal. That's fucking normal. So a lot of these places they're gonna lose a lot of memberships because people are either too afraid to go back to a gym, realize they can just do whatever the same at home because they didn't really work out hard to begin with, and a lot of these big places are gonna go under. I think little specialty places like Nick's place or my place, they're gonna be thriving a bit because people are gonna be wanting to go to a smaller place, which now will have an influx of customers from these bigger places that closed. I don't accept members into my gym. No day passes, no members, just PT, and that's it. Unless, you're a buddy. But
Fair.
so it's a private training
He's a buddy.
facility.
I'm a buddy.
It's a buddy. It's a private training facility, so if my clients are paying X amount an hour, I don't want to be stepping over gym bags because it's simply not fair to them,
Yeah.
So with all this, we're actually thinking of moving to a bigger location.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
Is
maybe
this breaking news?
maybe something in the works.
This is breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah.
Okay.
Is it going to be closer than where your current gym is? Because your current gym is far as fuck from me.
So it's a bit closer. It's a bit
Okay,
closer.
good.
There's
I'll,
not
I'll
much.
give you details. No, a good 10 minutes. A good 10 minutes.
It's up the block.
Double digits.
Imagine it's just the original one's here and the next one's here.
We moved around the block.
We moved next door. Or is this building?
Yeah, imagine he's just downstairs now.
Oh, gosh. You know how I
Right.
feel about this building.
Yo. Nick is a huge fan of this
I know.
building.
Huge fan of the cars downstairs.
You're just gonna you're gonna open up a new business to find a reason to rent from this place.
Dude, he's got a dope gym downstairs. He's got a nice little setup
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that asshole like, hey, you mind if I use your gym? I didn't want to be that guy. But
Maybe
Yeah.
you will be.
maybe I will be. Nah. Now I'm waiting for all my shit now. I'm going to have the angriest lifts in the world down there. It's just going to be like calling myself a piece of shit while I'm squatting and deadlifting and just anger
There's a
everywhere.
lot of anger.
You're
Oh my god, the dog's gonna spawn wings and horns. 'Cause he's just gonna be like, the anger waves are just gonna be hitting him in the front of the garage.
gonna teach Kenny to bite your ankles to get you through a last set.
Yeah. Rip the Achilles tendon.
Rip it
Do
off.
it. It'll grow back stronger.
Dreaming of it right now.
Yeah, yes. He scared the shit out of my neighbor the other day. I was getting a workout in. Did I say this last time?
I think so.
I don't know.
Tell
Yeah,
him,
I
tell
don't.
him.
I forget what I tell you because I talk to you every damn day. But he
Sorry about that.
no, I love it, John. I had him chained up with a 30-foot leash in the garage, and it was the leash was tied around all the way in the back of the garage. So he's laying down nice and peacefully in the front of the garage, but the leash is super relaxed. So I didn't realize that he had the whole 30 feet to work with. So I'm doing a Turkish get up with my kettlebell, and I hear the leash go. I look. A woman walking by with her little dog, maybe this big. Oh my God! She's screaming, and he's jumping around. He wants to play with the little dog, but I could understand why that's scary.
Of course.
Yeah.
So me, like the dog, understands. Kenji, you can't do that. he looks at me. He's like, "What?" I saw an app.
I can't play?
I saw an hors d'oeuvre. So yeah, so I'm trying. So now he's like really locked in there now.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't have you jetting out at people. Next thing, the homeowners association should be like, yeah, you got to get rid of him.
Yeah, gotta stop that.
You got to stop that.
I don't know. I mean, what'd you guys do during this?
Oh God, a lot of Netflix. No, I mean it's been. I'll say it again. I know I said it to John in the podcast that we may still release at some point. The one that
Yeah,
we did.
maybe.
We may. We have to listen to it again. We did about a 45-minute podcast on everything going on, and because we like to stay neutral with everything, we don't like to pit ourselves against or for anything. So we just want to just chill. But I mentioned in that podcast that a lot of people in this industry, the photography, video industry, they're like, well, if you're not learning new shit, then, you're wasting your fucking time. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But at the same time, I got overhead. I got to figure out where my next meal is coming from, my next business venture. And I'm trying to keep in contact with clients and people that I had, because I was on track for some record months. Like,
Yeah.
take me out of any type of business debt and I'd be just in the green. And at 2 years in, and I'd be able to finally start putting money away and maybe get a house in the next year. And then everything just like a carpet out from underneath me. Yep. Nope. Now we have nothing. So it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. And then obviously having the dog, it was great, but a lot of work. I mean, I got him, and then people were messaging me. They're like, "Oh, I should, I'm thinking about getting a puppy now and this and that." I'm just like,
Yeah, do that.
yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't know if you're ready for that. You with your personality, I don't know if you can handle this. And then not being able to go anywhere is tough. So like, I couldn't escape the dog when he would be acting up and just driving me fucking nuts like a baby. I couldn't escape the dog. Coming here, there really wasn't much to do. Little leftover projects that I would tighten up and get some stuff done on. It was mostly following up with clients, making sure everybody's good, just touching base, keeping myself in the conversation, and waiting. I mean, I don't know how much I'm supposed to say right now, because I probably shouldn't, and I'm not going to too much, but I have a very big project, a recurring one, where I'll be heading back down to Florida to film some stuff.
Cool.
And anybody that knows me probably already has an idea of where I'm going, as long as everything keeps going in the right direction. So I'm really waiting for a certain person to get back from a different country, and once he's cleared to get back, then we're gonna get right to work for that. So that's really a large project that I was going to be doing, and I was supposed to go out to LA for a couple of shoots, but this has really shown me perspective. It's given me a lot of perspective. It's given me a lot of perspective on making sure I have money saved up. It's given me perspective on making sure I'm not making purchases that aren't going to be utilized or used, which obviously hand in hand made me a little nervous when I bought the rack and the plates. But at the same time, I know I'm going to use them.
Yeah.
You want to come over for a lift, John wants to lift, whatever. We can do that now.
Yeah.
And I'll always have that. But it's tough to, because I was always in retail. So every 2 weeks I got a check. And I got unemployment the last month, like got cleared for it and started collecting it, thankfully. But before that, man, like I was just sitting there holding on to like an angry pirate, holding on to all my what are they, doubloons? What are they called?
Yeah.
Doubloons.
Just sitting there like no one touch them or look at them, they're mine. So it's really shed some light. I'm trying to sell a bunch of shit that I don't use anymore, to not only pay myself back for the rack, but to get rid of clutter. I mean, it really showed me that I got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And I don't need all this shit. And a more simple lifestyle is probably better. And when I don't think I'll ever rent a house. I think I'm going to go right into buying a house at some point. So I'm hoping in the next 2 years I can really save some money and then be able to make my first home purchase, because I just don't want to waste the money renting. But I know when I get my own place, I don't want it to be like how my room looks at home or how my office looks. Like, granted, I only have everything in this room and I only have everything in my room at home. And my mom has the rest of the house, basically. I have stuff here and there. But for the most part, I can't see myself having that much shit anymore. And I think that's an American issue, honestly.
It definitely is.
Just you take a step back and you look and you're just like, what is all this shit? Why the fuck did I spend $20 on this thing on Amazon? What, I just want to feel good that a package came? And it's like a weird mental thing that you have to kind of go over with yourself.
That's kind of what I was saying before. People took that step back and they just realized different things. The lifestyle that they live is a little bit different now, and they can survive without certain things. There are so many things that I don't even know what I have. To tell you the truth. Like I was cleaning up something one day in my room, and I'm like, what the? I'm like, this is from like 2006. What the
fuck's it
what
still
am
doing
I
here?
doing with this thing?
Dude, the amount of shirts that I keep, that I'm like, oh, this is a nice remembrance. Remembrance of what? You're never gonna fucking wear it.
It's just small.
Shit anyway.
Every time I lift my arms, it turns into a crop top. Why do I have this?
Just remember those crop top days.
And you never realize how much shit you have, and then you just buy new shit. It's the same shit. I'm like, I'm just buying the fucking same thing over and again, over and over again.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What am I doing? Spending all my money.
Yeah.
No reason. But yeah, like I said, it's people change. People are changing.
Yeah.
Speaking of shit, if you want, you can borrow my Elon Musk flamethrower and get rid of it the fun way.
Yeah.
He does. He has
I got one of them.
It's not a flamethrower.
It's
not a flamethrower.
Not a flamethrower.
It's not a flame. That's
not a
true. That's
flamethrower.
true.
It's okay.
Does
Relax.
it work well?
It works great for not a flamethrower.
It's
Is that
shockingly.
is that a bad purchase?
No, he loves
No.
it.
That's a great purchase.
It's one of those things I'm so happy to own for the just stupid fucking reasons. First of all, we're all guys. So
True.
if I say I have a flamethrower, it's okay. Hold on, that's
It's
awesome.
not.
When everybody
not a flamethrower.
when everybody was when the riots were getting like bad and everyone was talking about it, I was like, yo, I'm thinking of going to get a shotgun now. He's like, bro, I got the flamethrower.
I'm good.
I'm ready.
The flamethrower.
I can see him sitting there with Archer next to him with just a flamethrower.
I'm ready.
That's such a John thing to do.
I'm ready with the flamethrower.
That's all you need.
Not.
Either that or an axe. I could see him with an
I can
axe.
see you with an axe.
Why not both?
That's
See,
that's that too.
I'll tape axes.
Little things we realize.
I'll tape axes to Archer. He'll run over and jump on you to kiss you, and it'll be over. Like, Daddy, stop moving again.
I can see him throwing.
Throw it, just walk into the door.
Dude,
Archer, fetch. He'll bring it back to me. I'll throw it again.
the dude gets hit with an axe, and then he
Goes
gets,
through the door.
and then he gets melted.
Whoa.
Oh, God, why does violence make us laugh like that?
Nice.
Oh, guy shit.
Guy shit.
Oh,
Mortal
God.
Kombat's
A
great.
lot of guy shit.
I was looking at knives. I was looking at like just getting real dark for a couple days. I
had a dark period like that too.
Of course.
I was looking at all the worst tactical shit. Like I was going to Baghdad.
If somebody comes into my home, what am I gonna do to protect myself? This knife's gonna do.
Dude, my mom was like, I'm walking Kenji, and there's weird noises being made in the bushes. I said, just yell German at him. He'll know what to do. He'll just run.
That's right.
I'm going to start teaching him the German commands.
Oh,
German
man.
commands.
Yeah. Says ways nobody knows how to
knows.
talk to him when he's like in psycho mode.
Let him go.
Maybe either that or I'll teach him Samoan. Just do the haka. He freaks out.
That'd be different. That'd be different.
Yeah, I was looking at knives and I came across this dude. Do you play Call of Duty?
No.
You don't play the new Call of Duty?
No. I can't. I don't have time.
Yeah. I mean, you did. I
did.
for a little while.
Before you did.
Now I don't.
But he was working out in fields harassing
security
groundskeepers. Groundskeepers.
The guy's just mowing the lawn. I'm like, get off of my field.
Okay.
I told you between 2 and 4.
You know it's a turf field, right? You have to mow this area.
He's the guy from Yankee Stadium who's unemployed right now. He's like, dude, I got other shit I could be doing.
About that baseball, they ain't coming back.
Nothing.
Oh man,
Nothing. Dude.
yeah, I know. I'm a baseball guy. I don't think that's coming back anytime soon.
Nope. NFL's super convinced that they're having a season.
I don't know.
I don't think they're having a season.
No.
I guess you just gotta let
That'd be the
everybody
last thing that
think.
comes back.
You gotta let everybody think that it's happening, but I don't know.
No, then they just pull the rug out from under you. That's just classic. That's just classic. I don't even know the term I'm looking for. That's just classic, like Three Stooges type shit. Like
Here it is.
Here it is. Whoop, and just yank it out
It's
from
like,
underneath
you know,
you.
but that's the other thing with the restaurant too. It's a sports bar. Like, what are you gonna watch?
Golf.
Debates? What do you want to put on TV?
God.
Like, there's not much.
Could you imagine it being a political bar now? Just
So we have floors.
yeah, it's just
Top floor.
Democrats,
Where are you going?
Republicans.
Sign in right here. We'll do register.
Everybody in
and
the
go
middle
upstairs.
just stay here.
Hang out.
Stay at the check-in desk.
Yeah, it's like what that's why I had to change some things. It's like what was I gonna do to?
What if you
Yeah.
now here's just like a suggestion. What if you get ESPN Plus and you play all the like a round robin of all the games that they have on there and all the UFC fights and boxing fights?
I have it. I have.
Try that.
ESPN Plus.
Maybe
But,
maybe try that because then you could keep like the theme going.
Yeah,
and
I guess, but I don't have a TV outside right now, so
next purchase.
you're just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll one out.
I should have had the rack delivered there so I could squat.
I got a
Bring me
lot of-
ribs.
I have space. I have space.
Squatting on
No,
the side.
You gotta get a screen. You gotta park a car in front of it and put a projector on there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Movie night.
Play what do you call it? Like old Olympics.
So I mean, there are a lot of towns, I guess, that are doing this. I hope Roslyn becomes one of them. But they talk about shutting the street down certain nights of the week so that you could put tables and for the restaurants and the retail stores, whatever it is, are kind of opened up. You could put stuff outside so that people can kind of come around. It's like a carnival, I guess you could say. That would be a nice thing for the town. You know, I don't know if they're going to do it, but that would definitely help a lot of business because there are a lot of places that, just from a restaurant standpoint, there are a lot of places that don't have outside seating, and what the hell are they doing? They put like 4 tables outside in the front of their building. What the hell is that going to do?
What sucks for them too is they just told them they're allowed to open now, so I'm assuming their rent and everything's back to the same.
Yeah,
as if they're running at full capacity.
The
And now
landlord didn't know. Now he
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah.
You're open. It is what it is.
You're open. You can only do takeout, and everybody's everybody else right now. But you owe me my rent. Because hold on a second.
I was thinking of business partners, and like when you when business partners were originally scouting locations, and then this happens, and then one of the business partners slaps the other one. He's like, "I told you we should have gotten the one with the bigger parking lot."
True. I mean, the places that have the ability to put tents outside.
Yeah.
Like for restaurants, again, like if you have that space, I have a rooftop. Like no one has a rooftop, and thank God I have it because otherwise I'd be doing the same thing that some of the other places are doing. Can't have 4 tables outside. What the hell am I doing with 4 tables?
You'd be in Roslyn Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to put tables over there, but they wouldn't let that fly.
Imagine. Excuse me, there are people dining on my front lawn. It's like,
someone on
excuse
the
me,
lawn.
can you shut the blinds, please?
I mean, open up the lawn. I'll put a table out there.
Yeah, put them
It's a
all
big
on.
lawn over
Yeah,
there.
you got water
Nice.
fountains and everything.
Water
Yeah.
view. You
Yeah.
can see this great building. They got
You gotta put the tables out here and just run it with a golf cart.
yeah.
Do
Why
it.
not?
Do
Run
it.
the food out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
White glove service.
White glove
There you go.
service, but that's the biggest challenge for the restaurants. Like, what the hell you do if you can't have outside seating?
They're jerking people around a lot too. I went out for the first time to it's called Aquatic. Aquatic. It was in Merrick. Seafood restaurant. Yeah, it's fucking delicious food. And they have this whole like half indoor, half outdoor, where it's technically a roof, but it's all like the giant doors, so technically it's outdoor seating.
Mhm.
And they're not letting them use it for outdoor seating because they said it wasn't fair to the other people, like the other businesses that don't have that. So they just maxed them out at I think it's like a third capacity or something, or less than that. I know that fits like 300 people, but they're only allowing like 40 or so in there.
Yeah, and then I think
When there's plenty of seating that they're just not allowed to use, even though it's distanced.
which is, I mean, that's not really fair.
Yeah, I mean, plain and simple. Plain and simple.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
You have, they're paying rent for it, right? They're paying
Yeah.
for that space that they have.
Yeah, but they're trying to make it.
Like next week, I think they said is indoor. I don't know what the capacity is going to be allowed. I think, but
My friend, you are going to be slammed.
we're slammed right now. But it's good and bad, right? So we have this limited seating upstairs because it's a rooftop and you have to be socially distant, right? But every table's packed, but it's in control because people are like, listen, you have to wait, and they're like not going to break your balls about it because I get it, you got to wait. It is what it is. If I tell you 45 minutes for the table to get up, it's 45 minutes unless you want to sit on someone and then you're going to get the Rona. That's it. So you space it out a little bit, but it's consistently busy. So again, thankfully I have that rooftop.
So now what happens? What happens if you go against? What happens if a restaurant just says fuck it and they let people sit in? They take your liquor license? Is that what it is?
There's some type of fine associated, I guess, and I've heard stories of liquor licenses either being taken away or they said they were going to. I plan on not getting to that point.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, it's not worth the
It's
bullshit.
not worth it. It's not. I mean, for some people,
How hard is it to get a liquor license and do that?
it's a pain in the ass to get a liquor license.
Yeah. So what if they took that away and then you had to reapply and get everything again? It would just be a nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, you figure now, like, I don't know if the government is fully back to work. I don't know if that's one part of the government that would be back to work.
The fat cats.
The liquor authority.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
fat
know.
cats
I don't
that
know
are in
what
charge of
I don't know
everything.
what they're doing right now. So
If Carvel's essential, they're essential.
yeah, in a time like this, who knows? But it's a pain in the ass. You don't want that to happen.
Of course.
And every restaurant or business in general it's a trickle down effect for everything, right? It happened to everybody. I didn't want my employees to not be working, but like what the hell wasn't open. I wasn't working, But like it trickles down to everything. The vendors, the fish guy, the meat guy, they feel it. The tomato guy feels it. He's not ordering. You're not ordering from him, so he's losing it.
Well, there's beef shortages now, right? Because of the slaughterhouses.
I don't know if it's the beef or it's the employees or whatever it is.
I heard it's actual shortages because people weren't ordering beef, so they stopped a lot of the slaughterhouses and the production.
Yeah, I mean,
And then they had COVID cases there.
correct.
So then it was just like a huge mess. But wouldn't it go away if you cooked it? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Let's get the stupidest person you know. I'll grab the flamethrower. We'll figure it out real quick.
I don't know the answer, but it's again trickle effect to everything. The liquor companies, well, the liquor stores did pretty well, but the liquor companies, they must have lost business because they're not delivering to people.
Yeah.
Liquor
Store did great, and Rogue did phenomenal.
and
Rogue,
Oh, yeah.
these guys, man. I'm telling you, when a plate is in stock, it's in stock for maybe 10 minutes, if that. Sold out.
crazy.
We're talking like $250, $300 a pair for a plate for a set of just 45s, and they're just sold out.
That's crazy.
And then the racks, $1,300 rack,
Yeah.
14 to 30 day turnaround time. Like that's how many racks they have being built right now. It's just they're like, hey, we're hiring.
So how do they deliver this thing to you?
So I got quotes from a couple of different companies.
Yeah.
Sorinex is a very big company down in South Carolina, and I've been in contact with one of the guys that works there. Really, really cool dude. We spoke on the phone yesterday as well, because my power bar came from them. But they're actually the rack manufacturer for almost every major league team of football, basketball, baseball. Their racks are in Yankees training facilities, so they make some really amazing racks. But Rogue is synonymous for CrossFit and quality power racks and whatnot. I could have went a cheaper route. I could have looked at New York Barbell. They make they import racks from, I think, Cap and a couple other companies, but it's like real shitty. It looks unmotivating. It looks like your grandfather's rack that never got used and was a coat hanger in the basement kind of thing. So basically the two companies that I narrowed it down to after Sorinex was really off the table was Rogue and Elite FTS. Now I have connections with Elite FTS because of John Meadows and a couple of the other guys. This guy Nate that I met from there. We were talking back and forth. The way that Elite FTS ships their racks, though, they're pretty much almost assembled. So the shipping is like $700 or $800 because it comes freight.
Oof.
Rogue, $200 for a shipped rack because it comes in like 6 different pieces.
Mhm.
I would rather assemble it,
Yeah.
and save on the shipping and put more time into assembling it than to get raped on freight shipping. And then that's
I was gonna say I put the squat rack together at my gym. It's not that hard.
it's not. It's
And we have a pretty heavy duty squat rack.
Yeah.
We have an Icarian squat rack, and it's not that hard.
the one I have is 3x3
Yeah.
steel, and it's 1-inch hardware, so it's like solid. I might not even have to bolt this thing down. Like it probably will just be good. But that bothers me. The cost per pound on weights bothered me a little bit, and then shipping was just crazy. I mean, even to ship the 405 pounds of weight, the way that Rogue did it, they sent, because it's 8 total plates, 8 45-pound plates. They shipped each one separate, so it was only $170 to ship it. If they shipped it all together and it was 405 pounds to ship, it would have been another $600-$700.
Yeah.
So, I was waiting for. I was just gonna get the regular black one because the racks come in 90-inch, 100-inch, and 108. The 100-inch is technically a standard rack, but the 90-inch is a little bit cheaper because they make it for a shorter ceiling base, whatever. 100-inch is barely fitting it's like just fitting in my garage. But the 90-inch was sold out, and then for weeks I was debating it, and I was looking, and the black powder coated rack was the only one they had in stock. Then all of a sudden they had the dark cherry that I wanted for the 100-inch rack. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Already bought the power bar. I'm going to wind up getting the weights. I'm going to be pissed if I don't get the rack too. And I was looking at like squat stands, but then they didn't have the spider arms. So what am I going to do? I'm going to sit there with 225 on my back while I'm still getting warmed up with squatting again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get stuck at the bottom because I don't have jammer arms to spot me. What if I want to do floor presses? What if I want to add a landmine
It
attachment?
didn't come with that stuff. It didn't come with the
Not-
safeties.
Not the squat stands. No, it comes with J hooks. It does not come with the safety arms.
Oh shit.
Yeah, safety arms are like $100 extra or some shit.
No, just
So
go-
on my
just go to
power
Home Depot, get a pole.
my power rack,
Yeah.
the one that I bought, that one came with either pipe safeties across or I got the safety straps
Okay.
because I figured it's going to be easier on the hardware and I want the shit to last.
Yeah.
So the safety straps were a little bit more money. I said, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
But like like I've been saying, I know I'll get use out of it. There's been so many times where I've had a full day of shooting or doing things, and then my friends want to go do something, and I'm like, well, I still got to go to Bev's. And anybody that knows me when I go to Bev's, it's like a 45-minute conversation before I even start training. like I'm saying hi to every. John knows I'm saying hi to, and I don't mind. Like I like being social and I like seeing everybody, but there comes a point where I'm just like, I gotta get started because it's just like 45 minutes and I haven't touched the weight yet. I'm cold, and my pre-workout, I feel like I'm on crack still. Like I gotta get going. I'm gonna have a heart attack. So, like like we've been saying, I feel like this is the type of investment that will do well for me as time progresses. The ROI will continue to go up and up. And I don't know. It's just, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm a little freaked out. On that aspect of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, the gym is a lot of my income. So, when I do a shoot with somebody at the gym, they're going to have a fucking mask on?
Yeah.
What do we, but it's that, it's that question that starts getting raised. And like John said, what are we going to be doing? Is there going to be set times for people to come in now? Is there going to be, I don't know. It just fucks the whole atmosphere of just getting there, seeing everybody, getting excited.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, I'm about to do 330 on a squat. Yo, come spot me. Like,
I can't touch you, sorry.
Yeah, I can't touch you. Sorry, looks like your knees are going to just have to support yourself now.
Yeah. Can't breathe on the back of your neck.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Man, you just feel that moist breath on the back of your neck.
I think it was like 10 years ago I bought those power block dumbbells.
Yeah.
That they were.
Probably barely used them.
Barely used them.
Yep. And then they just came in handy.
And then one day I was like, shit. I was like, this was like 2 weeks in. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I think I have dumbbells somewhere. Found them. I was like, this is the fucking best thing I've ever bought.
Where do they go? What weight to what
90,
weight?
Up to 90.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great.
It's fucking great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That was kind of like similar. I have all the kettlebells.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered an additional kettlebell. I ordered that really heavy one, the 123 pound one, which that kid DM'd me. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. The what do you call it? Delivery guy, right?
Yeah, the delivery kid's a Bev's guy, and he works out.
Oh,
He messaged me and he DM'd me. He goes, "Yo, bro, I didn't know you were on my delivery route. What the fuck was in that crate?" I said
Not
it was
a flamethrower.
Yeah, no, not a flamethrower. No, pure weight. And then I had the Primal kettlebells from On It, and I've used them. Like I've brought them to Bev's, and I've done swings for cardio there and this and that, but intermittently, every couple of months maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then when this shit started, I was like, oh shit. I have 17, 27, 37, 65, and 75. I'm pretty good right now. I got this going on.
Yeah.
So, and then I bought that larger kettlebell. I wish I bought doubles though. I wish I bought two of the same weight, like a 50 pounder or a 60 pounder.
Mm-hmm.
And the On It kettlebells are cool because they're the monkey face or the werewolf, and they're cool to look at, and they're definitely pieces of art, and they're fun to swing. But when you start cleaning them, and if the face is on the inside, bro, my shit has been bruised so many times trying to do that. It's been bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they came in handy when I found them. I was all excited. So first day, I was like, this is fucking great.
And then you were lifting ladders.
And I threw them in the back of my car in the pickup truck, and and every turn I'm making, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it was a good idea, but I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna take this to the restaurant. I'll just if I gotta get a quick lift in, I'm just gonna open up the back of the truck. I'll sit up there and just lift, and then I'm like, nah, this is not gonna work. I'm gonna take this out of the truck.
It's nice in theory.
Yeah, it was good in theory.
That's how it usually feels.
And then you're like, shit, like now. So I used to bring them to the field that I kicked off of.
Yeah.
Tried to kick off of. And
goddamn Yankee
so the
groundskeeper.
So the parking lot's like maybe like 200 yards away from the field. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna carry these
Little farmer's carry.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm halfway there. I'm like, what the? I'm like, I really messed this idea up, huh? I'm like, really? So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll cut it down to like 60 pounds. I'll carry them, then I'll get the rest of them, bring them back. But I made it. I did it. So
I can see the traps
once.
are flared
at
out.
least I have them.
Grip strength crazy.
Right.
That was a
really good
one-time
for 2
thing.
weeks. Then I was like, nah, I'm good. No. I actually was like, no, I got to bring them back. So it's fine to bring them one way, but then you got to bring them back when you're done.
You got to bring the truck over there.
They put a pole in the middle. They shut it down.
That's something similar happened to me and my buddy. My buddy Gabe and I, we went to our old high school. High school was locked down. I said, dude, I'm jumping that fence. Fuck it. I don't care. He's like, all right, cool. So we went to the back of the high school where the middle school is, where I went to middle school. And there's a huge ramp leading up to the high school track. I said, dude, we jump this fence. We're good. We throw the kettlebells over, bring them right to the field. No one's going to bother. No one's even know we're there because there's no cameras on the field. Literally, I walk the 123 pounder up the ramp, get all the kettlebells up there. Security guard comes out right when we finish putting everything at the top of the thing. And he's walking. I'm talking like he's walking far to get to us from the middle school. And he's like, "Yo, Nick, he's coming. He's coming." I was like, "Ah, just ignore him. Don't even look." I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I was cleaning the apartment, like trying to have a side conversation." And he comes out. He's like, "Yo, you guys can't. If you're doing stuff on here, I'll let it slide. You can't go onto the track or anything like that." I'm just like, okay. Just brought this fucking kettlebell up here. I was like, "Hey, man, we're just doing walks up and down this ramp. Like that's what we're doing for a workout." And I looked at my buddy. I was like, "Oh fuck, can I bring this thing down now?" And then luckily he was cool and he let us work out in the middle school field. But I mean, still, it was just like, I gotta bring these weights over there now. Like you said, the worst part's bringing them back down.
Bring them back down.
Oh my
I got them one way. I'm all psyched up. I'm like, all right, I got it over here. Now I got to get the workout in. Now I'm done. And I'm like, shot. And I'm like, fuck. Shit. Like, now I got to fucking bring these back. I got one of them wagons.
Yeah.
It's like
I live
right in front of an elementary school. And that's where everybody used to just walk across the street. And it's a big open area. And they would just bring the dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, no dogs allowed, but nobody really listens to it. So, but since this started, they're cracking down on every single person that brings a dog in there. I used to go in. It was a little gated playground. I used to bring Archer in there. I had a 100-foot leash. And he would just go in there and fucking throw the ball. He'd run, grab it, and leave it there, and then I'd go get it. but the guy's just like, "Guys, you can't be in here." I'm like, "Oh, come on, you fucking kidding me?" You know?
It's rough.
It's just now people, because that's all he had to do all day.
Well, like I said, that's when it gets crazy. There's nothing else to do. People are sitting in their fucking homes doing absolutely nothing, unless you're blessed with a great backyard and a pool and tons of land and space, which most of us don't have.
Correct.
Where am I going? I gotta get out. I gotta do
still
something.
Not that much to do.
No,
you have that. You know, hang out by the pool again.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Make myself a cocktail again.
Waistline getting bigger again.
Yeah.
Just keep going up. One thing I haven't done though, I haven't drank.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like a sailor the first 2 months of
I have
quarantine.
not drank.
I was like an angry sailor. Just it's noon. Fuck it. Like, little screwball peanut butter whiskey. Fuck it. You know, drinking it during while I'm playing.
I had the last drink I had was April 1st.
Probably feel good.
Yeah.
Probably feel good though.
Yeah, decent. But like, well, I got other stuff like my father. Long story, but he needs a kidney.
Oh, sure.
So he's been on dialysis for a long time, and I've been going through the process now of like seeing if I match with him, and if I was a possible donor and all that stuff. So that was part of the reason why I didn't do it.
They were like, not with your kidney how it is now. Who are you,
So
Captain
like,
Jack Sparrow?
Sir, you can't drink. I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what you told me, right? Yeah, well, there's alcohol. All right, yeah, okay.
Oh, shit.
So I took a blood test. What happens? I took a blood test, and they were like, yeah, just make sure the next time you come in, you don't drink for like 3 days. I'm like, you know what? I'll do you one better. It's gonna be like 3 weeks. And then that turned into now. So just chug a lot of water though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. It's just a weird part of life too. If everyone ever needs an organ, very weird.
Must be.
Yeah.
Weird.
How long has he been on dialysis?
Couple years.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a rough way, man.
Yeah.
My grandfather was on
He's young,
dialysis.
61. He's young.
Yeah, my grandfather was on dialysis for the last year of his life, and it was. I mean, he couldn't stand. What's to like? I mean,
Just wake up early. You sit in a chair for
how many days a week is he on?
3. My grandfather was on it too before he passed for a couple of years. But like, he would say he's going to school. I'm going to school. Like,
All right.
Fair. All right, go read, get educated. But yeah, no, it's a process. Like this has been a long time coming where he's been trying to obviously get something donated to him. So I figured out, obviously, as a kid, I would be a good match or donor. So, I went through the steps to get it tested, and, so far, so good. It works. I have great function. We're a genetic match. I just got, 2 more tests to go through, and then they, the nurse explained it to me. She goes, so, once you're done with the testing, we all, we get all your information together. The team of doctors, we all sit together and we talk shit about you. I'm like, all right. I'm like, I hope you say some good shit.
See these enzyme levels. God damn.
Yeah. They do talk about the virus though that was going on. So there's a lot of testing.
I'm sure that's really
on.
hard for especially organ donations.
Yeah, because as a donor or a potential donor, I would be.
it's not the worst thing in the world because you're in and out. Like you're walking the next day, they said, or that night, or whatever the case is. And then you go through. I think they put you on medication for maybe like a couple of days, and you're basically good to go. They say like your function of your level is, say it's 100% before your donation. It's like 75%. After donation. So it's not like something that's life threatening, right? There are many people that have donated stuff that they live a perfectly normal life. Is what the doctor explained to me.
Stupid question. Are you going to be urinating a lot more? Is that how that works?
I have no idea.
I think that's one of the things I've heard.
I just got to drink a lot of water, I guess.
Afterwards?
I don't know.
I think you're going to pee more.
Oh. We have 4 bathrooms for Roslyn Social.
Any floor he's on,
everywhere. Kitchen.
He's getting up the stairs. He's getting up the stairs with the mask. He's like, I'm not gonna make it.
I'm not gonna make this. But they say, I think maybe like a week and a half, maybe out of work, or 2 weeks out of work, and then like 6 weeks before you can like lift anything. But they tell you like once you get out of this surgery, walk. Like just go walk. Like just get back on your feet and walk around and just walk around. So,
all right.
They make it sound easy, but if
Yeah.
it happens, if it happens, it happens.
Well, that'd be great if it was.
Yeah.
If it is,
Make
it easy.
If I was gonna do it, for anybody, it'd be the guy that
Of course.
Yeah.
gave me life a little bit.
What did Marcus donate again? Was it a kidney? I think it was.
It was a kidney, and then the guy kept using gear, and he fucked it up again.
He kept using steroids. He was like, "Stop!" He's like, "I gave you a good kidney."
This is my kidney. You're fucking it up.
So he donated one.
Yeah, Marcus we had on the show. He's the firefighter. He was in the Army or Marines.
Marines, I think.
I could be wrong.
So how's he doing?
He's good.
Oh,
He stopped in the middle. He stopped in the middle of the podcast to go pee.
So that's why you knew that.
The only person.
Okay,
I gotta look that up. I want to know. Hold on.
But there's still things I don't know about it. So it's a learning thing for me. I've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So talking to the doctors, and it's pretty cool.
One thing I'm wondering is there's got to be even more of a shortage on that now, because if somebody dies and they're calling everything a COVID
That's
death,
the thing.
then I'm assuming they're saying, well, even if you were an organ donor, can't
Correct.
use it.
So that's what one of the nurses explained to me too. They said, it's a shame. She said, this is how she said it. She said, it's a shame because all these people are, again, passing away, but we can't use anything that they had that we could have used for somebody else. We would have saved a lot of people from donating because, I don't know, there's a lot of people that are dying.
Which is crazy too, because if somebody's on like life or death dialysis, let's say needed the kidney ASAP or it was over, you should really give that person the choice. Say, look, somebody came in, but they had COVID. So if we give you this kidney, your kidney function will be good, but you will have coronavirus. Do you want to take that risk? Give them the option.
Give them the option, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
You know?
I don't even know how it works. I mean,
But there was that wild thing that I told you, and I don't know how much truth there was to it. Is that the people in Italy were told not to do, the doctors in Italy were told not to perform autopsies on COVID patients by the World Health Organization. And they said, fuck you. We're doing it anyway because we're Italians and we don't listen to anybody. You're not my real mom. Don't tell me what to do.
a wooden spoon. I'll smack you with it.
My mother, she hit you with the spoon.
That's it.
And they found, or in the studies, and I don't know, once again, I don't want to say that this is true because I don't know and I'm not a fucking doctor, but they found that this is not a respiratory virus, that this is a blood disease. And which would make sense because why are the ventilators killing people then?
Yeah.
So
interesting.
If it's a blood disorder or a blood disease, I can understand why donating an organ might be a bad thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have some things, by the way.
Okay, let's hear it.
So when the kidney is removed, the single normal kidney will increase in size to compensate for the loss of the donated kidney.
Fair.
Okay. Physical exercise is healthy and good for you. Watch his face. Ready? However, it's important for someone with only one kidney to be careful and protected from injury. Some doctors think it's best to avoid contact sports like football, boxing, hockey, soccer, martial arts, or wrestling.
Before you keep going, I already told Nick.
Make sure there's a hitch in the
I
back.
already told him.
He was super psyched about him hitting somebody with a liver shot, and he showed us the video like 8 times. I love him so much.
And you just see the.
I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
Donors are encouraged to have good long-term medical follow-up with their primary care doctors, a urine test, a blood pressure check, and blood test for kidney function. Doesn't say anything about urinating, but
but sometimes it works. You gotta go.
What can I expect emotionally after donating a kidney?
This is something.
After donation.
I was a happy guy.
Imagine he turned cynical.
I was a happy guy.
After donation, living donors often report a wide range of mixed emotions from
There it
joy
is.
and relief to anxiety and depression.
Well,
wow.
sometimes I get that at work though.
That's what I was going to say.
It's normal.
That's what I
That
was
sounds like
gonna
a
say.
normal day.
This isn't donate. This
No.
isn't. I'm
It's
reading
like
the.
from 12 to 2.
I'm reading the wrong. I'm reading the wrong article. This is about entrepreneurship.
How many days I've sat in a chair just with my head down, like, what the fuck?
I gotta sell everything and just go
What
move
the
to
hell
Bora
am I
Bora.
doing? Costa Rica is the one that pops up for me.
Yeah.
He likes Costa Rica.
I love it. I don't know. I've never even been there, but I just like the idea of it.
Go with John. He knows the place.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
I don't want to go. I'm afraid of anywhere that I could get jumped for just looking in the wrong direction. I'll stay in the
Like,
States.
if you wear the mask, they won't even know.
Oh, that's right. They're like, oh, he's part of us.
Nah, it's cool.
Process of getting through and evaluating surgery be time consuming that donors do not always have time to process everything they are feeling. I think you have enough time to process.
I had a lot of time.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I had time to process a lot of things, actually.
And here we go. Living donors are generally rate their experience as positive.
See?
There you go.
See?
Especially if it's for pops.
See, stay happy, you know?
Less than 1% regretted the decision. I guess that's Marcus when his boy kept drinking. Kept drinking and taking steroids.
Well, that's the thing. Like, the biggest thing is like, yeah, I'll be fine. I'm just going to keep living the same life that I'm living because I'm not doing anything too wild to hurt my body, you know? But if you had to get...
Just make sure Nick's not throwing any haymakers into your back.
It's true. I warned him and I told him about this like
Gotta remind him.
2 months ago.
Yo, my
He's
man's
coming back soon.
Is
He's
he?
coming
I don't
back now.
know.
I don't know.
I don't-
He's
Where
having a great time.
By the way, where are you? Let's go.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Yo, he's got a new jet ski every other day. He's out hunting
What
sharks.
are you doing right now? Why don't you call us?
This is the videos.
I wish we could. Dude, he's out in the middle of the Florida Keys. He's got like a stack of fish on a spear.
It
He keeps
looks
looking. He's
great.
like, oh, here's a manatee. I'm
Yeah.
like, you're next to it.
Yeah, that's right. and then he's like, "Yo, boxing class tomorrow, 8 a.m." It's like, what?
Zoom it up, 11:11, and let's go.
Where are you getting your internet?
God, I said I wish I didn't have work. But yeah, I
He's
watched
enjoying it.
all of those.
I love him.
every
I love
single
him.
Everyone.
I love it.
So
Love it.
I like his angle, super close, and oh, is that Kenji?
Yeah, he's
Hello,
getting part of the conversation.
Hello, Beast Boy.
Sorry for laughing.
Yeah, sorry for laughing. We
Sorry
weren't
for
laughing
waking
at
you
you,
up.
we promise.
Oh
But anywho,
He's having a
Anywho.
good time.
yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want that.
oh, he's super yawny. I gotta get him to eat that fucking kibble. I feel like every other podcast I talk about him eating different food. It's driving me nuts. That's
We have food for you.
yeah. He wants the salmon that's on top of my speaker right over there. Yeah,
I'm gonna start making dog treats at the Soch.
perfect.
Oh,
Put
yeah?
it on the new menu.
Put it on the new menu.
There
Well,
you go.
that's
Dog treat menu.
that's what I
Kenji.
want to talk. Hello, Kenji.
We got a menu for you. Menu item.
His little tail's going.
It's not a little tail.
Yeah,
Archer has little tail. It looks like a thumb.
it's a big
He's got
tail.
a little nub.
What's up, buddy? Where you going? You going to see John? Talk about the new menu. I want to hear about
Yeah.
it.
So, how do I say? Let's say about 2-3 weeks, I would say, before we closed, mandated by the guy.
Mhm.
Actually, maybe it was a month before we closed. We brought on a new chef, and this guy's excellent. He's been in the Roslyn, food scene for I don't know, 30 years, I guess. Who knows how long? But so we brought on this new chef, and the idea was kind of to make some more things geared towards. Hey, hey, how are you?
Take Nick out on a date.
How did you? The first time.
He's biting you.
So we're gonna make more dinner type food.
Mhm.
It was a sports bar. It was a bar. We had a lot of fried stuff.
Yeah.
All good, but it's kind of geared more towards the Roslyn people. How they can be sometimes. Great people.
Soul Cycle.
Great people. And so this whole thing happened. So we had to
Mhm.
close down. So again, we kind of hit a point where we had to pivot, and we said, all right, well, like I was saying before, is the nightlife going to come back the way that it was before?
Eventually.
Eventually it
Yeah.
will. But in the meantime, the summer for us, thankfully, like when we opened up July 15th last year. Okay, so it's almost been a year.
Mhm.
But when we opened up, combination of it being the summer, we have the rooftop, and us being new, we were slammed. Like it was packed, crazy. So we expected, if we were open with the rooftop outside, the summer was going to be much of the same. The biggest thing that we wanted to do was
make that pivot to more of a place where people can come out and eat and have a nice sit down, dinner, have a nice pasta, have an entree, rack of lollipop lamb chops or a steak or a steak sandwich or something like that. That's just a little bit more nicer to eat.
Mhm.
We put tuna on the menu. We got the lamb chops now, so we have this incredible chicken sandwich.
I heard the drunken chicken.
The drunken chicken.
Drunken chicken sandwich.
I cannot. We've sold more of those. It's insane. We ran out of bread the other day, so we had to go to the store to get some more bread. But we fly through these things, and people love them, and it's good. We put small pizzas on the menu. We got like 10-inch pies,
A little personal pie.
Yeah. So that's helping out a lot. Put a cold seafood salad, which is fantastic.
I saw that.
Some mussels, just like good stuff that you go out to eat and you can just really
Nice hearty
enjoy.
food, yeah, and
you
it's
can
filling.
enjoy. Yeah, and some of it's
A real meal.
healthy. I mean,
Yeah.
you go get mussels in a seafood salad, and you're like, oh, I just feel like I had a healthy meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to Bracco's the other day for when I was on my buddy's boat, and we got like seafood and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh man, that's summer right there.
Yeah.
Seafood
Well,
right there.
That's what it is, and we
Yeah.
have the rooftop, so it's like it's a perfect combination of things. You have your outdoor seating, which not many people have in the area. Plus, you have the rooftop, which no one has in the area. Now you have a little seafood added to it, and it tastes good. So we added some pastas. We added a nice like a seafood sauce pasta dish. So there's a lot of nice things that we put on there that families and more. I'm not going to say mature, but I'll say the mature.
No, but you're
the
catering
mature
your
palate.
Yeah.
you're
We'll come out and say, all right, there's more than just fried zucchini.
yeah,
You
you're
know?
you're catering to older crowds. It's not that you don't want like the 18-year-old, 17-year-old, or younger.
Yeah,
Can I get chicken nuggets? Like you have it,
We have it.
but you have a
We
more
have it.
sophisticated menu now.
Yeah, so it's and the biggest thing that I try and talk to everybody, right, that walks into the restaurant, when they're sitting down, how's the menu, some feedback, whatever. Last year, because we were bar focused, it was always, there's not much that, we would eat here. There's not much that I can eat here. Like, okay, well, did you ask? I had one lady, she's like, oh, there's no salmon. I'm like, salmon's right there on the menu. Like, look at it. But now people walk in knowing nothing about the restaurant. They'll walk in because we have outside seating, and they're like, wow, there's so much to eat on the menu. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck did that person say? What did they just say? I'm like, write that down, date it.
Talk about weathering the storm. I mean, for real. 1 year in business as a restaurant, going from doing phenomenal to getting shut down,
Yeah.
not by choice, obviously, and then revamping the menu, almost giving yourself, like you said, a little identity twist, creating more niche items, and just rolling with the feedback, and it's been great.
It's been great feedback, and I there's nothing. I mean, I've heard only good things. Honestly, I mean that's what they've said to me at least. But
Did you keep the Philly cheesesteak?
We have it. We just it's 86 right now, but it's on the menu.
All right.
It's on the
So
menu.
it's like that's like the Voice and Rizzles
That's what I was
sandwich.
about to ask. How's that been going?
Yeah,
It's on
that
the menu.
How's the Voice and Rizzles rap been going?
I saw the Jackie O ribs, but I didn't see the Voice and
I
Rizzle
mean,
sandwich
yeah.
on there.
What do you really like?
I mean, I really
I
like.
can't just give you something that It's like, oh, that doesn't have a name. Let me get that one. You gotta like really like that thing.
Well,
That's where the Jackie O ribs came from.
I need some R&D.
Jackie O loves those ribs.
I mean, I don't know if I love our sandwich. You didn't make it for us.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
true.
You
Yeah.
wrote it on a piece of paper.
That's true.
Do you still have that piece of paper in your possession, or is that thrown out that night?
Well, no.
In front of everybody. Fuck this
He's like,
shit.
fuck those assholes coming in here demanding a sandwich. Pieces of shit.
What's wrong with these guys? But yeah, I mean,
You didn't answer the question.
Yeah, he didn't answer the
Trying to
question.
skate around it because I don't really know how to say it. But that's what we do with the menu. So the menu itself is catered more towards those people that you can bring anybody out. There's positive feedback. So getting back to weathering the storm, pain in the ass. But when we opened, we were super busy, right? At about, I would say, in the winter. Other restaurants around here are probably busier in the winter, but we have that rooftop, so it was kind of like we started going down a little bit. And just as we were coming up February, March, we were starting to get busy. We were doing those brunches, the party brunches.
Mhm.
So the first one that we did was wild. It was awesome. It was a sick party. And we were getting ready for the second brunch.
Well, you're also known as the young spot in town too.
The young spot
Yeah.
in town.
You know, Kima's cool, whatever, but you guys are known as like that's
Yeah,
where the young
fun
crowd hangs out.
So like as this summertime or as the weather heats up, we heat up. It's we're like the baseball season. It's like
Yeah.
well the old baseball season. So
Yeah.
like that's where we expected this to happen. We expected to be busy. We didn't know if it was, if this putting coronavirus aside,
Mhm.
we expected the summer to be busy. So we knew anyway that if we had a new chef and there was somebody that was here that could make all this excellent food, we had to make a pivot and go that direction because otherwise, we're gonna wait for a busy summer and then a slow winter. I don't want that.
No.
I would like to be busy as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'll take 1 month slow.
Well,
but
now
like,
you really
yeah,
have
like
to be.
3,
Now you really have to be as busy as you can to make up.
exactly. And now you really have to be. You have to put something out that everybody wants. It's an experience for every single person that comes in. You
Utilizing
got
your
young,
resources.
old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got young, old. I hope that the bar crowd was super fun. And if I could do a great dinner crowd or a lunch dinner crowd up until, I don't know, let's say 10 o'clock, and then the bar ramps up again like it used to, like, I'm cool. I'm happy with that. I'll
Yeah.
be.
You were packed for the fight.
Oh,
Packed.
every fight that we showed was
Packed.
Slammed.
Couldn't even get downstairs for a drink.
Yeah, it was slammed.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Yeah, I
I'm
love that.
excited.
I love that.
But it was fun.
What? I wanted to be dead downstairs and
No, it
walk
was
through?
great.
No, I like a good atmosphere like
It was
that.
great, and people enjoy that atmosphere, and I don't want to take that away from anybody. I just don't know
When it's going to
when
be
it's
like
gonna
that
be
again.
that, and it has nothing. I don't know if necessarily it has, because I used to say to people, yeah, I can open up tomorrow, but does that mean anyone's coming out?
I think with the
I
way
mean, I think they would.
with the way Huntington looked, I think they will.
No, I think they would, but I'm just saying. What I'm saying is up to it's really the choice of the people. Like, are they? I said that sounded political, but it's the choice of the people. Are they going to come out?
But at what risk? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, are they willing to risk their potential
and
health
that was
to
the
do
next
that?
thing, like we were saying before. Like, if you don't want to come out, don't fucking come out.
Yeah, stay home.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where we are, and I'm excited to see for the restaurant itself because again, it's been busy. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next phase when we're allowed to open up inside because we still have the outside. We still have that area that we can use. And say it's 25%, 50%. I don't even know what the rules are yet. Is that total occupancy? Is it like inside? I have no idea. But
Is it a combination?
Who knows?
We will find out. But it's gonna allow me to have more people. 1, 2. I don't know if the bar will be allowed to be open, but at least people will be around the bar. And what happens now is because the bar's not open, people are still drinking, but it's different. Like it's kind of like it's a weird, awkward experience for a lot of people. For me, I mean, I hate wearing a mask and gloves,
Ugh.
Mhm.
but like you have to do it. But I guess you can kind of like pretend you're somebody else, though. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Yeah. I'm gonna start introducing myself with my alter ego, Rick Nizzo.
Ooh.
Yeah. You having a good time? Do you work here? Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
You want me to take that plate? I'm not
Yeah.
done. I don't work here. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll take the second half of the drunken
You're
chicken
done.
sandwich. You're done here. No, I'm not done. No.
Nah,
You're done.
You
Give it
come-
to me.
Come
Off.
back.
Does he work here? I don't know. He's wearing a mask. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I think so. I think I hired a kid.
He's
looks
got a
like him.
hat.
You come back as you. Oh, what happened? You got to buy another entree.
That's okay. That weird. He has the same shirt on. But again, I'm excited when we can reopen fully, or at least just a little something more because you just build on it what we have, and I'm excited to see who I get coming back that was already here. I've had people come back like 3 or 4 days in a row because there's not many other places to go.
Yeah.
Mm.
But they have come back 3 or 4 days in a row and got different things on the menu. Like I had a group the other day. They came. They had pizza the first day. They had farro salad, and then the next time they came back, they had shrimp. They had salmon. Then the next day they came back, they had the cold seafood salad. They had something else, drunken chicken sandwich, whatever it was. But that is cool because it's a new menu, and you want to see people testing this stuff out. And if they keep coming back, that means that they liked everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making their rounds, figure out a favorite.
Yeah. So I'm cool with that. And then
And especially with restaurants like Brian DeCooper, Cipollini, Toku, like they're all doing their thing right now. So
first of all, Cipollini's
packed.
beyond.
Yes. So but the fact that you're packed too,
Yeah.
that shows that I haven't really seen the restaurant.
I want to be packed like.
I haven't seen the restaurant across the street from you guys get packed.
I don't know. They have an outdoor area in the back.
Oh, okay.
So
What's it called?
Gatsby.
Yeah, something like that.
I've never even been in the restaurant.
I haven't either, but
so
it never looks
been in the back.
packed.
But I could imagine the building itself goes back pretty far. So I have no clue.
Yeah, you assume that the
Yeah.
big draw is the lake in the back, and
Yeah.
they're doing renovations on the lake, so you got big bulldozers
that
and
kinda
shit.
Sucks. What are they doing over there, by the way?
No clue.
I spoke to the mayor the other day.
Did you?
I asked them what they were doing.
Did you know?
I don't think he had an answer to that.
There's construction?
He looked at him. He's like, he's eating the drug. He's like, what the fuck you mean? They're back there with bulldozers.
No, he came in and we were talking about closing the street
Yeah.
for like, once or twice a week, whatever. And then I don't know what happened. He left, and 2 hours later, I got a phone call that they said he wasn't doing it.
Oh, can you imagine how pissed Roslynites are going to be when you close a street?
I mean, it would be nice.
Oh,
It'd be a
1,000%.
blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as they fix the pond or whatever the hell that thing is.
I don't know what's going on over there. They have that expensive ass
And the grist
submergible backhoe come in, and it's
mill,
like
I drive
floating
past them,
around
yeah.
back there.
Wow, look at this thing.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Does it
Make
move?
it bigger? I was like, why don't you put a parking lot on that fucking thing so that we can park the car somewhere? Like,
And so
Jesus.
we could put tables out there.
Come on. I mean, well, first of all, Roslyn has no parking.
None.
None.
I love that they suspended the meter
That
parking.
is nice.
Love
Yeah.
it.
That is nice.
Love it.
That is nice.
When I was when I was getting the waters and stuff on the way over here, and I saw you, I was going to the deli. I was leaving the deli, and I looked at the parking. I'm like, I don't want to put fucking money in here because I was getting something real quick, and I was leaving. And there's this lady just staring at the parking meter, like trying to put her money in. She put a card in, and it says in a bright orange fucking sign, like parking meter suspended. And she's like, I was passing, like, I can't get this thing to work. I'm like, well, there's a big bright orange sign that says that's not going right now. She's like, oh my god,
That's the lady that's wearing a mask while she drives.
yeah.
over her eyes.
Yo. Double
No,
mask.
that's people the rest of the year.
Dude, for real, like a couple people I've gotten into verbal arguments with, like on the road, just like acting like assholes because they can't breathe and they don't know what's going on around them. I literally yell at them. I just go, "Don't repopulate, please." And if you have, please move to a different state.
I can't. I see people driving with these masks, and I freak out in my head. I'm like, what are you doing?
Bothers me.
Man,
Yeah.
Bothers me.
it really does.
Yeah, I just what
I want to talk to them. Be like, what's up? What's up? Is
They
there
don't-
someone in your car?
they got body in the trunk. I'm gonna be real with you. They don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. You're successful. They don't want to talk to you.
They shouldn't want to talk to me.
Imagine you throw a cup to their window. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? Put it to your ear.
You
Has
hit
this cup been
Hello?
sanitized?
You hit him with a spitball.
You know, I got in trouble for that when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
I actually did it the other day for the first time in a couple of years.
Spitball with the straw,
I got somebody
dude.
at the restaurant. It was pretty
Dude.
good. They were sitting down, and once I say this, you're gonna know who it was. Actually, you might know who it was. So he has a radio show.
Yep.
So
Oh, yeah. All
Already
right.
know.
All right.
he was sitting down, and he was doing something. And I was like, you know what? I was like, let me see if this still works. There's nothing going on. There's
Yeah,
nothing
fuck
around.
it.
I mean, we're still closed.
Right in the side of the head, right in the microphone.
Got it.
I got in trouble doing that with my buddy. My dad used to take us to go get food, and then there was this place called The Game out in, I want to say the Smithtown area. It was dope as fuck. Had, I would say, 20 big screen TVs. Like some of them were back to back, and then they had every game station and couches at every single TV. So and they were all system linked together. So like you could play 20 on 20 Halo 1 with all the kids there.
People, yeah.
It was sick. So every time on the way, though, me and my buddy Matt, we would just fuck around in the back seat because we'd be bored. And we used to take the straws and cars at traffic lights. We used to spit them at the windows, and then they would just be stuck on the car windows. And then one time, this dude flipped out on my dad, and my dad hit the ceiling with rage. I'll never forget. Don't you fucking tell me how to tell my son what to do. Just freaking out of the guy. And as they're yelling at each other, the kid in the back seat rolls the window down, and all the spitballs just go down. And he's just sitting there with a mean mugging face. We just loaded him up with like 20 while we were at the track. It's a long light. Oops. It's a long light. Fixed the light.
Very bored. Very bored.
Couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, bro. I did that. That was fun. And then I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of this shit. So
Hopefully soon,
Yeah.
man. Hopefully we're back to business soon.
yeah.
So you have no idea for you when you can do stuff?
I have no idea.
You're my inside scoop, man. I'm waiting for you. I mean,
You're to the wrong person.
listen,
I
once
don't
the
know what day it is.
once
Stop wearing a mask.
the carbon monoxide,
Shit.
carbon dioxide, you just breathe it in. Like Jesus Christ, what's my name?
I got passed out the other day for a couple hours because of that.
If you know what, and I'll give this last point. It freaks me out when I wear the mask because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I like you just start like almost hyperventilating. That breathing into a bag type shit. You're just like, oh my god, what am I feeling right now? I'm like, oh, I'm at the grocery store. Gotta get the eggs before I fall.
The best people tell you, oh, my mask is really good. I can breathe. Bullshit, you can breathe in your
No.
fucking mask.
I can breathe great in my mask. I wear it under my fucking nose.
There's no fucking way you breathe.
That's the way I breathe great.
My dad gave me an N95 with the particle filter. I'm like, how does anybody breathe in this thing? How do you breathe in this thing? You don't.
You cannot breathe.
You don't.
No.
We gotta start a counterfeit mask company where it's just stupid thin. You can breathe fine.
Yeah,
Holes.
it's just hole.
Holes in it.
Like cheese.
Breathe.
A Jason
I'm
mask.
good now.
This is the Swiss cheese mask.
Yeah. It blocks a little bit of it. You still
might.
get some air.
It
in,
might.
You know?
Just to tell you.
It may.
No, what you actually have to do is you have to teach your asshole to start breathing in and connect it to your lungs. That's what the government's been doing this whole time.
That's what they're trying to do to us. Huh?
That's why people are talking so much shit.
God bless the
Literally.
government. God bless them.
We figured it out.
Oh man.
The
Well,
government knows what's best for us, though.
yeah, they do.
Of course.
Yeah, we got to get a government official on here, but I feel
I
like we're
need-
just gonna wind up roasting him the entire time. Just be like, who the fuck do you do all day? That's a big thing for me. What I do constantly is like I look at somebody and like their job position. Like I had a buddy who did he was fuck did he do? He did hedge funds. He did analyst research for hedge funds. And anytime I have a friend that works a job that's not conventional, like retail or restaurant business, something like that, and I just go to them, I go, what do you do all day that you're so busy? Like from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. when you leave the office, what do you do? Oh, well, processing this. Processing how? Do you look it up? Spreadsheets coming in? What do you do all day? Like, are you really that slammed all day? Like, it's almost like I put people on trial. I'm like, what are you doing with your fucking time? Are you efficient?
Why are you lying to me now?
And you're lying because I know 90% of your day is Instagram. So stop
I see
pretending.
you scrolling.
Yeah.
You look at his phone. I'm just really good at Angry Birds.
Well, what's
All right.
wild to me is I'll text friends of mine that are like that work at dealerships or something like that, and I won't get a response. Like I'll be like, "Yo, man, what's going on?" Blah blah blah, just talking. I won't get a response. I'm like, I'll put a story up. They're like the first one that watches my story. I'm like, motherfucker, your phone is in your hand. I know you got my text. Stop pretending. You're on Instagram.
That's actually a big thing that I did this quarantine. I took it to myself where I was like, because like when I first opened up the restaurant, I felt like I had no time because I was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My mind was like off the wall in the sky. I had no clue where the hell I was. I couldn't even walk down the stairs. So during this thing, I said, you know what? I said I got to figure out a way to friggin' like not make a schedule for myself, but when things got to get done, do them, and then I'll try and kind of
Stick to it.
stick to it and set some. And it'll give me a 15-minute break in between where like my brain's not going crazy and I can calm down for 2 seconds. you
Yeah.
know? So that's
Yeah.
what I've really been doing now. It's working for me. The biggest thing I mean I got to say this because it's like it's been on my head the past like couple of weeks. When I'd say about in January. I think it was in January when I was here last. Maybe January.
It might have been.
Because I
Yeah,
remember
something like that.
talking about saying I was going back to the gym.
Yeah.
And so the first 6 months of us being open, I didn't work out, I didn't do anything, right?
Mhm.
So then in January, I started to go back to the gym, which I obviously stopped in March. And
Yeah, but you still look way leaner.
yes,
And
Yeah.
so I
people
lost
could be
pro-
like,
I lost
people could be
probably
like, that's not the same
25
guy.
I was down like 25 pounds right now.
It's great.
It's awesome, man.
So the biggest thing for me and the restaurant and the business was taking care of myself, because the second that I realized and I felt better physically, my mind just like changed.
180.
You know, I was more efficient in what I had to do. I was like, fuck it, this is what I got to do. Like, I don't give a fuck who says anything. I'm doing it, because you put that in your mind and it builds the confidence in yourself that it's like, you know what, I know what I need to do. So fuck this. If the restaurant failed right now, it's not really my fault. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fucking, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like fucking balls to the walls, make the pivot, and fucking give it
Take
all
a
you
deep
can.
breath.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
give it all you can, and then fucking that's it. You know, you go with it. But that was like the biggest thing for me when I started taking care of myself more. Little did I know that I was gonna go do this whole kidney thing,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
But that obviously helped.
Yeah,
because,
I'm sure.
put me in a better health situation, which I was healthy anyway. But but that was the biggest pivot that I made once I started taking care of my body. My mind followed, my work followed, it all followed, and it just became like more of a natural thing for me to kind of put myself into this routine schedule where it's in my head, where this is what I got to do, this is the way it's going, and that quarantine time really afforded me that time to think about this and do the right things to do that. So
Yeah.
There-
so I'm grateful for what we had. It sucks.
There have been many more negatives with this
Yeah.
whole thing,
Yeah.
but there have definitely been some positives.
Correct.
Now, if I got the dog and I was still working like I was with all my shoots, it would have been miserable.
Mhm.
I would have been miserable trying to take care of him and balance work and this.
Yeah.
Being home, having him be able to come with me and they're very relaxed days, get him used to being here for the podcast. I mean, listen, dude, for a 5-month-old dog, could I really? How much? I think he's pretty fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
He definitely does some little asshole
Great.
shit sometimes, like,
Yeah.
Right.
but he's a puppy. Like,
Yeah.
so like for him to be here, this is our second time doing recording, third time because me and John did
Yeah.
our own.
Yeah.
Third time recording a podcast in here, and he's just chilling.
He just tried to eat you once, and we're good.
Tried to
fine.
eat you one, bit me, bit the cable, and then he went back and laid down.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So it would have. Oh, now it's
both of
John.
us.
What an asshole!
Both of
Our
us.
guest is immaculate.
It's been buzzing. Don't be fooled. It's been buzzing.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
I'm afraid to look at it. That's the thing. Is there a fire? Something going,
Did the slushy machine explode?
Probably. Is the slushy guy there to fix it? Maybe. I don't
Probably.
know. So these old things are in my head right now.
Oh, we had a drunken chicken sandwiches.
No.
No.
Maybe the bread.
Maybe
That's,
the bread.
that's when there's a problem.
Yeah. No. We did run. We've ran out of. We had to stop making pizzas a couple of days. Salmon we run out of almost every day because because of this quarantine, we're not trying to overbuy. So we're buying what we think we need.
You see Nick up in Alaska fishing for salmon. He's like, we're out at the Soch. See a bunch of
axe.
bunch of Inuits up there. They're like, what's this guy doing up
I
here?
gotta go back to Roslyn.
I gotta go back to Roslyn.
Come
This
on.
Other Nick will take care of it.
jump up. On.
He'll be getting salmon for you and say, by the way, boxing class 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
He's on his jet ski. He brings us. I got a whole thing of
I
salmon.
got a whole thing of salmon. I caught it when I was down there.
So yeah, I mean, we ran out of a couple of things, and that's to me is a good sign because
Yeah.
that means
Absolutely.
we're spending the money on it, and then it's going out the door, and I know that I made something on it.
Mhm.
So whatever.
That's perfect, man.
Dude, I'm pumped to go down and try the
Yeah.
drunken chicken
Yeah,
sandwich and
seriously.
try everything else.
It's good stuff.
So now here's a question. Last question. Do diners have to wear masks? Are you requiring diners to wear masks?
As they walk through, the guideline is that you walk through the restaurant. Or
Mask.
You have to walk to the restaurant until you sit down. Once you sit down, you don't have to take it. You don't have to wear it.
Cool. I'll be
All
there.
right. Yeah, definitely.
Or I'll sit on the side and just be a degenerate and just I'll do the
Here it
I'll
is.
do the stay back.
Here it is. You go through the secret door in the back.
Perfect.
There you go.
Listen, Nick.
Always a pleasure.
For real, dude.
Yeah, man.
For real?
Do
That's
this
great.
shit. We have so much fun with you.
I love this.
I love my Soch hat.
I love being in his little office in this great building.
has nothing to do with us.
It's just the building.
He's like it gave me a
Got
reason
two
to,
cool guys here.
they're
and a
okay.
dog
And
now.
the Doge.
And a dog.
But yo, for real, appreciate you coming back on. You're the
Definitely,
fucking
man.
homie.
Pleasure.
If anybody listening looking for a great spot for dinner, as things move forward, date nights, everything. I mean,
Anything.
they have everything there. It's a party on Thursday nights especially, and on the weekends.
Hopefully
and
still.
once
Yeah.
things get back normal, and the brunch scene crazy over by you. So as usual, I know John, will agree with me when I say I wish you nothing but the success that you guys deserve over there. You guys are really killing yourselves and fucking it up, doing great shit. So I appreciate you coming back on and sitting with us. And anybody looking to eat, Roslyn Social in Roslyn.
Thank you guys.
And I'm going to have John kick this outro.
So, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to this week's episode of The Voice.
And Rizzles, joined by my man.
Nicky Lou.
Let's go, baby. Peace.